I have not been told. Okay, Matt, we are here today at Beaumont, Texas at the Chris Quinn Soccer Complex for the BCS Outlaws against the Houston Hurricanes.
The placement game today between these two teams. When we
Of course, you have an
get the information as to what place the winner will be in, we will relay that to you. But it is the Hurricanes and the Outlaws. Should be a very good game between two interesting teams. The Houston Hurricanes, I believe, are mostly comprised of members of the Bayou City Heat last year that separated into their own team, and the BCS Outlaws as well have formed a new team, done very well in this tournament, had a big win over the Gateway Archers, so it should be an exciting game. They've had a good run.
I'm sure that had to be quite painful for the Archers there. The Outlaws are going to be wearing, they have dark maroon on the top of their jerseys that slowly fades out to polka dots over a white to a solid white. They have Outlaws in dark gray on the front, both in print and in visual braille, with the names in print and braille on the back as well. Hurricanes are wearing their bright orange jerseys with the gray and navy ragged circle to portray a circular hurricane on the front with the name Houston Hurricanes across the front.
NBBA game of the day. Welcome in, everyone. 11 a.m. Hurricanes and Outlaws. Should be a good one.
Definitely a good game. And Matt, I do want to go on. I do let people know that I love to have your feedback, both criticism and positive. And I have a correction from the other day when we had a name issue with Muhammad Ikram. I've always known him as Icky Ikram. So, but I did get a message in from a friend of mine, Neil McDonald, and I just wanted to let everybody know that is where I got my information from. Neil McDonald of the Beat Ball Blues show, for any of you folks out there who want to listen to that. We're getting ready for the coin toss at home plate between the Outlaws and the Hurricanes.
Yeah, Neil definitely was very glad to get that name drop there.
Yes, I definitely. Well, anytime I do like to give credit where it's due.
Absolutely.
Just like Axel Cox wanted me to know to make sure I called them runs and not points. So absolutely, I don't know to correct things. Being not a baseball player, I'm a basketball player. So if you tell me, I will try to adjust. But if you don't, I don't know. So anytime you have some feedback, definitely drop and let me know.
Absolutely, and this should be a very interesting game today. The BCS Outlaws from College Station, Texas. So a little bit of a Texas rivalry matchup here.
So we have the BC Outlaws have won that coin toss, and they have vehemently called for the home very easily and quickly. No question there, as they both head back to their benches.
Personally, I've never seen a game where the team would choose away. You always want to have that last at bat, Rosina, that bottom of the sixth inning. So if you're down by a certain deficit, you always have the chance to match or beat. You know what you have to do against the other team.
Absolutely, Matt. But you never know. Sometimes a team can always try to encourage or trick somebody. I don't think anybody's going to fall for that. But there's a little camaraderie on the team, as they might call, are you sure that you want that?
Yeah, maybe a team wants to set the tone early. Maybe top of the first inning, you want to score like 10 runs right out of the gate and put pressure on the other team too. But
it's probably not much of a mental game there involving. We have 6 innings, but definitely having a loud huddle over there at the Houston Hurricanes.
John,
Please.
And
May have been put in late.
1, 2, 3 Outlaws. Boom! Over on our third base side.
a lot of female representation for the
Is
Outlaws.
it
I
one of
believe at
those
least
who got
3 in
put
their
in
starting
late?
lineup, and
I
they
don't
sure
see
have played
See
well.
quite a few of them over there as they get ready to take the field. And we're going to start up
Okay,
on
what
the
is-
line for
so his number
that
is not-
traditional blindfold
Oh.
check.
Well, let's just kick him
Or
out.
let's see.
well, I mean, we can.
Is that the one you had a question about?
Are we doing
Yes,
blindfold
thank you.
check or
I
waving?
appreciate it.
I'm good.
Hey guys, they're good for you. Are you guys?
You can't quite read the last name.
So we're waving the blindfold checks, it looks like, on both sides. So all's fair in this lovely game of beat ball.
Yep, everyone's got to be totally blind now with no room to
He's over
peek
at
out
the
of those
tent. No,
eye
he's over at the
shades or anything like that, any kind of nefarious activity. Yeah,
Nefarious.
you like that. So it should be a good one. BCS, I think BCS has a real good shot in this game. The Houston Hurricanes Hurricanes gave the Bayou City Heat a real good game yesterday. Lost to them only 12-9. BCS falling to Chicago. I'm not sure what happened in their second game earlier today at 8 o'clock, where all the makeup games happened. In case anyone missed it yesterday, we had a little bit of a lightning delay. The shower that we
Little
were
bit,
promised.
Matt.
Yeah.
It was a downpour out there. I was out in it on field 1 underneath the tent.
Well, they promised a little shower.
A little shower.
It was definitely an actual shower. I could have completely shampooed and conditioned in that. We're going to have Tim Cyphers up to bat for the Hurricanes as he has that little hop again. I've seen that before several times from several of the batters. Waiting at home plate, kind of adjusting themselves. Some slide their feet, some step. And Tim has a little hop there that he does right at home plate.
7 is up. Okay.
Trying to set the tone early. First batter of the game, always important for the offense.
Pitcher is going to be Kyle Burris. They're all just a little camera shy out there as they set up out in the outfield. Remember, this is our game of the day.
Yep, MVBA.
Boys.
Game
Oh,
of the
wait.
day. Welcome
Do you
in.
have-
Top one,
Kemp,
Hurricanes
Kemp.
and Outlaws. No
The
score.
base, the guys who put the base up, where'd they go? There are 2 boys. Oh,
don't-
there's one.
We need them to.
Getting some.
Okay. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
well, we couldn't see them. We thought there was no one there
Okay.
for your base.
Our first
Yeah.
There's one. No, he needs to explain it.
So we have some explanation here for our umps for our base judge.
Where's the other kid?
Under a tree.
He's under the tree. This is not good.
He's still sitting under a tree. I have to get the first base judge up so he can.
Operate the bases there.
I'm not sure if he's asleep under there or
Sometimes one of the hardest things to do is sit all day.
stand out there.
Yep, stand
Just,
out all day.
Absolutely. I stand out in the sun on my streaming mat, so I
ma'am.
totally understand that. I'm not under the
with you.
tent on my team streams. I'm
Yep.
just right out there.
And they can't be on their cell phones.
Yeah, leave their cell phones up here.
Getting everyone to.
This is the 2022 Beat Ball World Series here in Beaumont, Texas. Starting to get a little bit of cloud cover. We're hoping to hold off that we won't get the deluge that we got yesterday. Hurricanes probably almost felt right at home there a little bit. Kind of felt like home. No, just kidding. In all honesty, we are running 4 games today because we are that 1 game behind that got stopped yesterday as we were just everybody mostly getting started with their 11:30 game. So clouds aren't as dark as yesterday, but they're definitely not purely fluffy white. So I'm hoping that the weather will hold off with maybe just clouds for us today.
Yes, and man, you got to experience a good old Beaumont thunderstorm. That was something. Lightning for several hours. Could hear it even coming back to the hotel. It was.
I did take
Quite
a
the storm.
brief video of it out underneath the tent. I was in that for about an hour and a half before I gave up waiting. So
And I think now we're finally getting our defense set. And
it's
ready
just
to
going
go.
over our umpire here, going over the last few rounds with our base judges.
Beaumont, Texas, 2022 World Series. This is Friday. This is a big day where basically everything's decided. Tomorrow the championship game, but this is where, pretty much everything else is decided.
Everything other than the championship is going to be decided today, here and now. This game, the next game, absolutely.
And we'd love to get some final score updates if anyone wants to send those in. There's a lot of big games earlier this morning. There's a lot of big games going on now. And
Well, I know that the Chaos just finished their win over the Houston Hurricanes in the previous game, but I have already plumb forgot the score, Matt. The numbers are not my thing, so
was it a closer game? Did the Hurricanes
it was
hang in
not
there?
quite close. I believe it was, I'm not sure, somewhere 12-13 to 6 or 7,
Something like that. So, yeah,
like
Chaos
like
are-
12 or 13 to 8, something along those lines. That's not an official score.
But the Chaos are a good team. They're going to finish in the top 10 probably in this
They're
World
playing
Series
for
again.
9th or 10th currently against the Tyler Tigers.
Oh, good game, good game. The Fire and Comets I know were playing. I know the Fire had a 5-0 lead yesterday when the Lightning struck, but that was only in the bottom of the first inning. So Not sure what happened today. I opted to skip the earlier stream, knowing that we would have all day today, pretty much, to do streams and call some beat baseball. So we will see what they did, and I'm not sure what the delay is.
We're still going over instruction with our base judges, Matt. But the fields definitely this morning when we first started were not as quick and fast as they were yesterday. By the time we were finishing our first game, they were starting to speed up. So I think these fields, as dry as they were, even though we got an outpouring of rain, they're drying very quickly. And I think easily into the second or third inning on this field, we are going to be seeing just the same speed for those ground balls and those rollers. They're just going to be going.
And that should benefit someone getting to the base with an abundance of speed. That should benefit the base runners for sure. It'll definitely not benefit the fielders, and I think the umpire has finally signaled ready for play.
Cam,
Are coming
no
back
cell
up.
phones.
As we are going to be in
Yeah.
the top of inning
Cell
number
phone have
one.
to turn it, turn it
Tim
off.
Cyphers
Yeah, cell phones
is
off.
going to step in, and
Oh yeah.
now I think we are about to get underway.
Well, you're not out there doing anything.
No, I'm doing camera right.
Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm glad I'm a sports. Yes, he is.
So a few last minute checks here of our base judges.
Okay. Well, you can use your phone just 'cause you know not to have it on.
Some joking out here for our ump that he's just now learning how to use his smartphone. He's used to his flip phone.
It definitely took me a while, Rosina, to jump on that train, so I can relate to that.
I was very resistant, being a technology deficit, but I've fully embraced that now, and I'm all about as much technology as I can get my hands on, Matt.
Absolutely. Here we go.
About to turn 36.
I got two, okay.
Two spotters out in the field, both with hats. One with a fishing bucket hat and one with a cowboy hat.
Please.
All right.
Getting our base check for Tim Cyphers.
Hold on, first didn't go off.
Oop, first base might not be working.
Still.
Check first on the headphone. Where it comes unplugged, you plug it back in. Thank you, Jason.
Pitcher Kyle Barras telling our first baser to make sure that it's plugged in.
Sounds like a very quiet first base over there. Doesn't sound like a lot of noise going on over.
Momentum, a little vibrating. As Tim waits at the ready.
Here we go.
We got some rolling of the shoulders by the defensive players out in the field as they try to stay limber, hands on hips, rotating. And another base check.
There we go. Those are two solid base sounds.
And get ready for the first pitch of this game, Matt.
Welcome in NBBA game of the day. Hurricanes, Outlaws. Let's go.
And bouncing as it right past the pitcher, dead center on the ground, rolling between their hands, scrambling, running to the outfield. The guy was sliding in before he even gets to the base to slide into it. That's going to be a run for Tim.
The old baseball slide, huh? Putting the Hurricanes
It was
on the
on, not
board
even
for-
sliding face forward. It was like almost like he's down on his knees on a slip and slide, just kind of like coasting into the base.
You might need to turn
Well,
it up.
he hit that ball so hard on the first pitch of the game, and we've seen that a lot in our games of the day here, Rosina. People setting the tone early. We saw it with Faith Penn the other day. We saw it with Brendan Cheshire
Okay.
against
All
the Indy Thunder. Tim Cypher setting the tone early, putting them up 1-0. And first pitch of the day, he completely changes the sound of the ball, and they already need a new one.
Didn't even make it through a whole half of an inning there. Going to bring number 2, Jason Walters, up for the Hurricanes. And definitely the ground has been dirty this morning. These pants are already just completely muddied up from their earlier game.
Thank you. Play ball.
Ready after that base check, hand lifted up, swinging that bat up over the shoulder and ready. Leaning back.
Ready. Pitch.
And a hard pop up over into short right that bounces foul. Had a wicked twist on it as it kind of wobbled in the air, Matt.
And already on that first pitch by that Tim hit, you can already tell Fields already starting to play a little faster. So maybe just needed that morning to get those fields right.
That was definitely starting to dry out by like the 4th and 5th inning in that first game, at least over on field 1.
We are at field
Kyle
9
saying
here.
that breeze feels nice, and I
I would
100%
concur
agree.
with Kyle there.
And I hope Kyle does a little, not a rain dance, but a breeze dance out there for us.
This feels great.
I don't want to be the one holding it up.
1 strike to count. Hasn't utilized his take yet. Top of inning number 1.
Jason Walters back up at the plate.
We're set. We got our 1 count. Play ball.
And a low pitch, catching it on the end of the bat as it rolls on the ground into center left. Back past the third, and he is going to be safe. Another easy run for Jason Walters, putting the Hurricanes up with an early 2-0 lead.
Another ground ball, and they're telling the Outlaws, get on the ground, get on the ground. Got past the first couple lines of defense there. Another sharp hit by Walters this time. 2 batters in, 2-0 Hurricanes. Did we start?
Just spilling a little bit of water here. Just scooch it all out of the way.
But we have our third ball in our
Already.
with our third batter. So 2 batters have killed 2 balls for the Hurricanes. So their pitcher is definitely finding the bats early.
Number 9 up for the Hurricanes with his handy dandy red, white, and blue bandana.
This is a beautiful breeze, and it's stayed consistent.
As long as it doesn't incur any more and put us behind.
Oh yes.
Ready for that pitch. Asking to lower the catcher's mitt. Popping hard line drive into right. Dropping to the ground at the third. Oh, the Outlaws running into one another, making an easy run for the Hurricanes. The 2 outfielders plumb running into each other after the ball.
That was another
Make
solid
sure
hit
it's
early in the count
together.
again. It's 3-0 Hurricanes,
First
3 batters
base,
into the game.
it needs to be
And
plugged
it
in.
sounded like the Outlaws outfielders were communicating. You heard
There
I
it is,
got it,
okay.
but it didn't seem like they were necessarily responding to that communication, Rosina. And a little bit of a tough break there. It sounded like they could have had the ball in time.
Thank
but
you.
another hard hit. The Hurricanes, 3 batters in. 3
Very
runs.
hard, solid thunk there as we come up with Josh Perry.
But unlike his predecessors, he did not break the ball. So
Josh stepping back from the plate as we get a practice toss in. Josh had some really good defensive plays in his previous game this morning.
And again, welcome into the NBBA game of the day. It's the Houston Hurricanes versus the BCS Outlaws on behalf of NBBA. Thank you for listening. Rosina Foster, Matt Wallace. 3-0 Hurricanes, 3 batters in. And if anyone at all throughout the course of the game wants to give score updates or anything like that, we will definitely relay them to you, as there's a lot of big action going on now and earlier. I personally am not familiar with any finals or any ongoing games or anything that has happened today. So
Josh ready for his first pitch. Very jovial character.
Thank you. We just have a couple.
Definitely likes to have a good time when he's out there.
These are the ones that were on the ground.
Well, they're not dead.
And taking a pass on that.
They're not dead. They're just sick.
Yeah, those 3 are bad.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Josh tapping off his cleats with his bat.
seeing that pass first batter of the game. We saw that from one of your guys from the Atlanta Chaos the other day. Does that consistently.
Quite frequently. Leaning back, ready for the pitch. And just going to wait for that golf cart to leave. And swinging just underneath that pitch. And much harder breeze coming now.
It's a beautiful day in Beaumont, honestly.
And a hard thunk as he tosses the bat behind him. It goes into left, catching on her arms. She has it out. That is going to be an easy out there. Second position out in left field.
Number, please.
Good play defensively, a necessary play. Another solid hit. Josh Perry, the first out for the Hurricanes here in the top of the first after 3 straight had scored.
12. We really need
So number 12 made the play. Do we have
That was Hillary Oswald with
okay.
that put out for the Outlaws.
Nice hit, Josh.
Hillary Oswald with that out as she's readjusting her knee pads out in the field. We're going to be bringing up John Marquez for the Hurricanes.
One of the team leaders for the Outlaws, Hillary Oswald.
She's doing, oh, that is not Hillary, it was her teammate right in front of her doing some leg stretches out in the field.
How many carries we know.
Please. Thank you.
Pointing his red gloves at the base check, tapping home plate, holding it out in front, stretching the bat behind his head, taking a few small steps up to the plate, and bringing it back up at the ready.
Set, ready, ball.
Oh, and just going over the top of that as that ball rolls up underneath our table, Matt. At a
Right past
gentler
me.
pace.
First strike, only one out here, top of the first. Golf cart passing us by. Thank you to all those volunteers, sincerely, for all that you've done all week in Beaumont, Texas.
And ready for that pitch.
Set, ready, ball.
And a little bit late, and it's going to be foul on the first base side. And we also have John Gonzalez pitching here for John Marquez. It was a quick switch out there. Quite a few frequent pitcher changes here between both Kyle
Yeah, you'll have some teams do that, I suppose.
and John. They seem to have specific pitchers for
Yeah.
specific players here, I noticed in the previous game. Pulling that bat up.
Set, ready, ball.
And another hard thunker on the end of the bat going far foul out to first base. As John was kind of holding his thigh as he took off running to third base with his leg just a little bit, but he seems to be walking all right.
We're gonna need some.
But you'll see a team like Boston do that occasionally, Rosina. Not too familiar with too many other teams that do that. Most teams have kind of their main pitcher that they go with, but this team and maybe the Boston Renegades, the two teams off the top of my head that I think of that kind of rotate their pitchers throughout the course of a game consistently. 3 strikes, no takes.
Ready for the pitch.
Set, ready, ball.
And swinging late, and that is going to be out as he drops his bat with that. Arr!
Not too happy with himself there. The Outlaws get that second out, a little bit of a freebie for them. First strikeout on a Hurricane batter. So that's the second out of the inning. They're 1 out away from getting through this. After giving up 3 runs in three bats, it's not too bad.
This is PJ Navarro up to bat for the Hurricanes as he stands waiting at home plate, and the Outlaws calling out encouragement for their defense.
Set in the field. Bases, please. Thank you.
And base check.
Play ball.
PJ tapping hard home plate. Leaning back, gripping, stepping back away from the plate.
Set, ready, ball.
And just underneath the bat mat by about half an inch, bare minimum.
Set, ready, ball.
And ball just over the bat this time, more about like 2 inches on this one.
2 strikes, no takes, 2 outs.
Set, ready, ball.
And the ball very low under the bat.
It's the 3rd strike. See if he utilizes that take. Settle himself down, maybe. We'll see.
Stretching and leaning back a little bit further. Oh, taking a rest.
Set, ready, ball.
And it's going to be a pass
Yep.
on that as he lifts the bat straight up in the air with his right hand. Re-gripping of the bat.
Full count, 2 outs.
Set, ready, ball.
And over the ball, and that is going to be out as he pulls his hat off and his blindfold, shaking his head as the Outlaws make their way back in. Most of them in quite a big hurry here.
Well, I believe they have. Do they still have the 2-minute rule? They started that yesterday, where at least in the Comets Fire game, where I heard that they had like a 2-minute implementation, where if you weren't on, if you didn't switch positions within 2 minutes, it could be a penalty or some kind of a thing. I'm not sure if they continue that after the lightning storm and delays and stuff like that. But I know in the Fire and Chicago game that they were enforcing kind of a 2-minute.
We were trying to enforce that in our first game. We were moving things very quickly along. This clouds definitely are starting to get a tinge darker, Matt. There's tons of shade currently, not as much building
Yes.
killer heat here as we have
Well, I used to get
hurricanes,
these at,
lots of hurricanes out on the
Okay.
field right now as all the spotters are getting them set. They're trying to do this quickly and efficiently. We also have a spraying of an ant nest out on the field really quick by the Outlaws.
Yeah, like you said, the Hurricanes must have felt like they were in a hurricane yesterday. That was something special. It was after like no remote chance of bad weather all week, and then you just get completely blasted. Kind of puts you in mind, Rosina, of the Wichita monsoon last year, right before the skills
Right
competition.
before, and then I think it was 2 years before that in Tulsa where we had to delay games for hours also.
The championship game that year was apparently played in the pouring rain, but there was no lightning, so full speed ahead. 3-0, bottom first.
Definitely does make it rough to get a good grip on the ball. We're gonna have our first batter up for the Outlaws. Baby pink cleats she's got on there. This is going to be Hillary Oswald. As we have sounding off out in the field.
Hillary Oswald had the defensive put out for the BCS Outlaws in the top of the first inning to get that first out.
It was a little bit of a slow run for the Outlaws getting the rest of those out so they could get their chance up at bat.
Yep,
They're
first-
here now.
First 3 guys scored for the Hurricanes. Last 3 guys made it out. So let's see if the BCS Outlaws has a response.
Hillary knocking that down low on the ground over in right field short. They're scrambling to get that. And I believe that is Jason Walters with the out. Jason Walters, yes. Jason 2.
Thank you.
Jason Walters with that put out for the Hurricanes. Short out there in right field.
Had a nice sound to it for her, but just didn't really carry too much. Jason Walters able to stop it before it got past him.
Some more knocking of the cleats here by our next batter as she's talking to the catcher.
Okay, now I think I've got it together.
Big hitter, be ready.
And there's hollering out from the bench, big hitter.
We're set to field. Bases, please. Thank you. Let's leave on this a little bit longer. There you go, Jan.
Doing a longer base check.
I believe this is Abigail Junek.
Right here. Set. Ready. Ball.
And the ball just popping down past the pitcher, just staying fair. Jason on the floor, ground, but he's not quite there. And oh, they do have it out. Let's see, they got 2 sets of hands on that. I'm not sure who's going to get credited with that out. We had Josh running over there to get that.
Good first pitch hit by Junik there, and Jason Walters being told don't go down too early. Abigail Junik almost made that base. That was if there's even a tenth of a second more, then she's there. If they make one little error on that ball, but that's and actually they're reviewing it. They're not sure. Okay, they are gonna.
Well, that's the Hurricanes out there saying it was out. We have to wait to see what the umpire
That's true.
says.
Yeah.
A safe.
And it is a
So
run.
that is going to be a safe. So that is going to be a run for Abigail.
Yeah, I was wondering. It sounded like a
Putting-
tenth of a second difference there, and they were struggling. They were both players. You said had their hands on the ball, Rosina. So the umpire probably called it. May not have been the cleanest transfer. It just after she got to the base, and it's 3-1. Good run. Good hustle to the base.
Next up, we're going to have Sarah Gardner for the Outlaws. First 3 batters, 3 women, and she is a lefty. She has black and hot pink cleats on, and bright turquoise and black.
Did you get those around?
And Rosina, I do think that
Thank you.
that within the time of the next 5-10 years of us doing these streaming of games, I do think we will have an all-female team at some point. I believe that. See if I'm right.
Set. Ready. Ball.
And just underneath the bat,
Saw the great women representation at the Wool game.
Ready. Ball.
and a solid hard thunk, but it's only going to just run along the line on the first base, and that's going to be foul. Pitcher for the BCS Outlaws is Jerry House.
So we have Hurricanes up 3-1, bottom of the first.
Sarah making her way back up to home plate.
Hey, yeah. Thank you. If it's roll back, then that deal on you, not on me. I know. We had one roll back.
2 strikes, 1 out.
Catcher Zane Jackson for the Outlaws. Getting some backup instructions from the pitcher.
Set. Ready. Ball.
And just over the top of that. She has a kind of little peculiar back part cock, almost like she's ready for the swing, and when he pitches, goes back.
Ready. Ball.
And solid thunk right about head height to the pitcher, right in the center, dropping. And Jason Walters out there trying to grab it. Not, he's over it, but now he's got it out, and that will be an out.
What's making the play closer for these outlaw hitters is the hang time that they're getting on those pop-ups. And Jason Walters making the put out, his second of the inning, and that's the second out for the Outlaws. But giving them a little bit of a chance, Rosina, with the hang time on some of those hits.
Absolutely.
You guys mind if I put my foot up like that? Sorry.
Next up, we're going to have another left-handed hitter for the Outlaws. Getting a little instruction from the catcher, Zane Jackson. Kind of setting him up at the plate. And a twist.
This placement game between the Hurricanes and the Outlaws, bottom of the first, 2 outs. See what the Outlaws can do to cut into this 2-run deficit.
We're set to field.
Field is ready. And a base check. I think this is Alex. I think this is Alex Price for the Outlaws as we get a check on third base facing away from the batter. Getting it turned around.
Third base for me. Okay, that's better. Play ball. Here we go. Just like the little logger. Right here. Set. Ready. Ball.
And Alex steps back almost 2 full steps from the plate. He's back a little bit and stands way back. When he swings, comes, takes a giant leaning step.
Set. Ready. Ball.
Hard swing just right above the ball, but there is some massive power in that thin frame of his.
You can really hear the step in the swing from up here, from right here.
Here we go. Let's go. Set. Ready. Ball.
And a thunk over short and to right. As
Foul.
he shortens up his step, comes back. Yeah, I would guess him to maybe weigh 110 pounds dripping wet. But the swing and the power as he jumps into that is just massive.
See if he can get one fair here. He's at 3 strikes, can still take one. 2 outs, bottom of the first.
Getting encouragement from his base that this is the one.
I got all 3. Set. Ready. Ball.
And that is going to be out.
So that'll do it for the bottom of the first. Switching sides here. The Outlaws do respond with a run from Abigail Junick to get on the board. And that was a very close run. A couple of putouts by Jason Walters. Only one strikeout, Rosina, by the pitcher for the Outlaws. So a good job there. But 3-1, the Hurricanes leading. They have to be excited to capture the early lead. Having the first at bat, you always want to start out in front after 1 inning. So good job by the Hurricanes there.
Outlaws already mostly out on the field in a quick hurry to get this game going. Some of that breeze has settled down a little bit, but we still have excellent cloud cover here as Hurricanes regroup under their bench, setting their lineup before they take home plate.
And you'll see the 1-2-3 hitters who scored runs for the Hurricanes in the second inning led by Tim Cypers. So the Outlaws will have to be on their toes. Remember, these first 2 batters for the Hurricanes killed 2 baseballs.
They certainly did. Had to get new balls, one right after the other.
As we welcome those of you tuning in to the NBBA Game of the Day, 2022 Baseball World Series placement game, Houston Hurricanes, BCS Outlaws. Top half of inning number 2, Hurricanes 3, Outlaws 1.
And again, a lot of thanks out for the city of Beaumont for all the volunteers they've provided, equipment, supplies, and a lot of their time and energy running players' places, equipment places, and getting all our scorekeepers and and our umpires to the correct fields, bringing water, and just a lot of work. They're out here all day long. They're not, part of this game really, but they're out here helping to support so these players can play the game that they love.
Yeah, absolutely right, and especially you think of Monday night and Wednesday night, the skills competition and the women of our league competition, and they still were out there even then. They don't call it quits. They help us whenever we need it, and we appreciate it immensely from the bottom of our hearts. We all just thank you so much for everything that you've done all week long.
We have our ump in blue out spraying another ant field, and maybe a third right here. A lot of ant mounds out here on field 9, giving them a good heavy attack. That's our offense on the ants.
Medics on field 9, please.
I'm checking to see if there's any more, as we do have Tim Cyphers up at bat.
I think
With his hat on backwards there.
Hey, if you're in the circle, you gotta have your blindfold down, guys.
Is anybody on field 9? We need the medical team.
Getting ready. Field is positioned. Some of the
Texas, please.
defense stretching their legs.
Thank you.
Ready for top of inning number 2.
Medics are loading up to go to field.
Tim kind of arching his back,
Thank you very
bringing
much.
the bat up.
That's why I say it's not an emergency.
And the ball just over the top of the bat.
So again, he's 1 for 1 today. Scored in that first inning, the 3-run barrage, and the first 3 hitters.
A little hop that he does there at home plate before bringing that bat up.
Ready, pitch.
And the ball a little low.
There we go.
2 strikes.
Yes, sir.
No take.
Shrugging his jersey up just a little.
Ready, pitch.
And a hard solid on the ground right by the pitcher's feet, going past the first and second line of defense, out low on the ground and right. Alex Price rushing to get the ball, but no, that is going to be a run for Tim.
Another very sharp ground ball, kind of an example again of how these fields are playing. Tim Cyphers 2 for 2, and he just hits too sharply on the ground. Didn't have any hang time, just simply a fast enough roller. He just smacked that on the ground. Really changing the sound. I think they're going to have to replace that ball. So he's really getting a hold of it these first 2 at bats.
Do you want water, Matt? Our volunteers
I
that
would
we've
appreciate
been
that, thank
appreciating, they've offered us some water or Gatorade.
I'd appreciate water, thank you. So that'll increase the Hurricanes' lead to 4-1. Nobody out.
Jason Walters up to bat for the Hurricanes.
Okay,
He's
this
feeling out the front
on
of
field
home
9,
plate.
it
He has
is
some
not an
extremely
emergency,
colorful
so
cleats
it's
there.
okay.
A barrage of color, almost graffitiized.
Also 1 for 1. Scored in the first inning as well. He also changed the sound of a ball.
Oh,
Slightly swinging that bat over the plate, up on the shoulder.
Ready, pitch.
And a solid grounding thunk over into center to left. Back out to the far.
There's a
Up,
late base
there's,
call.
I think.
There's a late base call and a dead ball call. So we got a lot going on here.
Just leaving everything alone.
They're celebrating like they've scored, but there's a lot to decide here.
To wait for the ump to go out to check the ball.
Rolling past in the golf cart. In this heat, it's the perfect thing to do. Rolling one of those golf carts, Rosina. The breeze just whips past your hair. It's beautiful.
I will take the breeze whipping around at any time as long as it doesn't flood us all out.
Hey, we don't need no help.
Somebody ask
So
the
we
medic
have-
over here, John.
We have nobody out. A medic
The medics
is
are
on the
there.
field. We have nobody out right now in the top half of the second inning.
Yeah! I told you I could hear
I
help.
believe that is Juan Manaz going toward the medics with an possible ankle injury.
okay, thank you. Oh, thank you.
I think they're going to call this a run.
Same thing, but we should.
I'll have to wait till the ump officially gets up here.
That's why you hustle to the base every time.
I like any of them.
Waiting for that official when our man in blue arrives.
Yeah, I think they're going to count this.
So which one of these do you want?
Whatever you
Still heading up to home plate.
I'm getting number 10.
Yeah, I'll just explain something to y'all here.
Getting explanation from the ump.
When that happens, we have to leave the base on to wherever they're running. And this is such a weak thing, it might be different next year.
What is that?
They said it
Okay,
might be
so
different
that's-
next
That
year.
is a run.
So it is
So it
going
was
to
a run.
count. That is safe.
Yeah, fine.
All right.
You want to throw it to?
I think the ball wasn't quite dead. I think the fielders thought there was a
Faint.
dead ball, and Jason Walters was able to beat that to the base. So he's 2 for 2, and it is now a 5-1 Hurricanes lead. So that's a big call, big play for the Hurricanes. So that is a run.
Field. Bases,
Checking
please.
the field.
Thank you. Thank you. Play ball.
This is Kyle back up pitching for the Hurricanes.
This batter is 1 for 1.
Hey, ready, pitch.
And a hard grounder sliding out, bouncing off the knee on the short left, going out to the second as they run and run. I'm just not going to make that. That is going to be a run.
Who is that? John
John Parker.
So John
Not
Parker
on
2
my
for
list,
2.
but
And the 3 batters for the Hurricanes that scored in the top of the first have now scored in the top of the second in quick succession. And it's now 6-1. So the Hurricanes starting to increase that lead here. Still nobody
Okay,
out.
thank you. And I appreciate that.
we're
So
going
that's
back
what
over
we're
to
gonna
John
do.
Gonzalez
Okay, thank
pitching
you.
as we have Josh Perry to bat. His red, white, and blue batting gloves there. He also has orange socks on that you can just barely see peeking through above his black shoes, almost reminiscent of Halloween.
They got one
Kind of giving me a very Halloween feel early, and I'm not sure how I feel about that already being here.
Definitely be a little cooler in Beaumont, Texas on Halloween.
Bases, please.
That is definitely
Thank you. Play ball.
our base check.
Set, ready, ball.
And a little bit of a late swing.
Josh was put out by Hillary Oswald his first time up. Try to settle the BCS defense down.
Set, ready, ball.
And a hard one out popping up into right field, dropping right behind the first line. Alex Price out there trying to find the ball. And then a Josh again doing another slide. I can totally see how he's got holes in his baseball pants there. This time he slid feet first and kind of on a hip, not on his knees, but definitely seems to be totally into the slide there every time.
So first run of the game for him. And that increases the Hurricanes' lead to 7-1. 4 consecutive batters have scored.
Play him, and he's like, why even call the medics?
And here are the batters looking for some redemption. They both struck out their last time up, so it's not going to get
John
any easier.
Marquez up for the Hurricanes. We still have
Timeout. Defensive timeout.
So a defensive timeout called by the Outlaws. They need to regroup quickly in this game.
might have a pulled muscle here, it looks like.
Guys, would you happen to know how to go about getting more cups? We have no cups for our bench.
As we have somebody, one member coming off the field.
This is field 9.
Not a problem.
As we have some games going on some other fields. The Indy Edge playing the Austin Blackhawks, I believe, right now. Not sure who wound up winning that Fire Comets game, so that'll be
Okay, give me his
interesting to
number.
see
I
who.
It's
believe
if you-
Philly Fire won
Tell
that.
me
Do
what-
not
Tyler,
ask me to
what's your
score,
number?
but I ran into a Philly member walking across the fields, and they did say that they beat the Comets.
That's a big win for them. That's huge. So that means that the Fire will
It is number
get a chance at the Thunder, I believe,
16.
for
Okay,
to try to keep
M4.
moving up in the bracket. So
Number
and a good tournament for the Chicago Comets again,
no Roy.
so 16.
but just not able to get over the hump against maybe some of the elite teams.
Did you copy?
Philadelphia beating them,
For the Hurricanes on field 9.
so they will
Thank
And
you.
see where they place.
change out in the field there on the Outlaws.
Back out there, you stay here.
I don't know if we got that or not.
back out?
See,
Okay.
As we have a defensive timeout here, the NBBA game of the day, top half of inning number 2. The Houston Hurricanes lead the BCS Outlaws 7-1. There's still nobody out. And,
Just finishing up the placement on the defense out there, as we did have a change. I think we have all our players in place except for our spotter. John ready at the plate.
Thank you. Thank you. Play ball.
Bat high up over the head, bringing it down to the shoulder.
Set, ready, ball.
And catching on the very edge and being foul far out on the right.
So the first strike. Marquez 0 for 1, struck out. First at bat.
I'm not changing nothing. I was just telling him what he asked.
If we could
And
just
was
get him to
almost
say,
out to the ditch.
taking out number 14, putting in number 30. And we can write that down. We can look up the names. Otherwise, we're looking all over. Just be
Set, ready, ball.
And a little late on that pitch, missing as the ball goes past.
2 strikes.
It's a great spot, Gonza.
Get on 2. Set, ready, ball.
And a hard thunk over into short left, going past the first line, rolling past the second now as he's running toward third. They're scrambling. He is going to be safe as now they get the ball rolling over, but that will be safe.
Seems like the BCS Outlaws having a little bit of communication right now. They're struggling to deal with some of these ground balls, and that one just rolled past a couple of lines of defense, and you heard someone shout out there, "Get the ball!" So, tiny bit of frustration maybe, trying to get that ball in the air. 5 straight runs with nobody out, and that increases the lead to 8-1.
Definitely the ball is moving very quickly across the field now. That drag remaining from this morning from the wet field seems to have completely disappeared.
So the last member of the Hurricanes not to dent the score sheet yet.
But PJ Navarro, as he took a sliding step forward.
Struck out back in the first. If he's able to score here, then the Hurricanes would have gone all through their lineup in this inning scoring. The first 5 have scored.
Holding the bat high up over his head, bringing it back down to the shoulder.
We're set the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Play ball.
Thumbs up from the batter. Back up and ready.
Ready? Set, ready, ball.
And a hard pop up into short right, and it's going to roll foul.
Strike 1.
As you have the catcher over there running to Jonathan Velazquez, running to go help PJ walk back up to home plate. Maybe almost all the way to third.
Still looking for that first out defensively.
Spotters making some adjustments out on the Outlaws out in the field, pulling a couple people over. Possibly in anticipation of another hit from PJ.
I see you, Peach.
Talk to each other, defense!
Can hear the BCS Outlaws screaming to their outfielders to talk to each other.
And that's been a theme early in this game, the communication.
Set, ready, ball. Right.
And the ball sliding right under the bat.
Time is right there, PJ.
Over here, siren hours, look at the field.
Head on 2.
I heard him. I thought, well,
Set, ready, ball.
And just barely missing that, maybe a quarter of an inch off the edge of that bat.
Gonza.
So the
Holding
third
his
strike.
left hand up.
Ready? Yep. Set, ready, ball.
And a hard thunk out into left field, just past the first line on the ground, tumbling. And he is going to be safe. What I'm seeing out here on the left field side here, Matt, is it's rolling past that first line of defense. It's getting to the second. They're throwing themselves on the ground, and it's just not in front of the ball, so the ball just continues to go either past their legs or past their hands, and they're just laying there and then going up to the next person behind them to get that ball, and it just doesn't quite seem like there's quite the hustle out there possibly.
And, you know, this is what happens when you get into, like we talked about Friday, maybe you're disappointed at your team's performance, maybe, you know, in you're kind of over it. It's a placement game. You know that maybe there's a matter of motivation that goes into it. But when the score continues to go up and up and up, it doesn't make that motivation any easier for some teams sometimes.
Definitely are exhausted by this far in the week. Then the discouragement from the rain yesterday. It's definitely easy to feel like you don't might want to quite put out 110%.
And now it's a 9-1 game.
This is Tim Cipher.
Oh, we have a
All right.
Well, no, it's still on. Is there a short?
got a problem with the base plug-in, but 6 batters straight have scored for the Hurricanes, starting with the top of their order, Tim Cypress, who's 2 for 2 in this game.
Thank y'all for coming, okay?
Okay.
So all 6 of these batters.
We actually
7?
have somebody
What?
from our city of
I was
Beaumont here
looking at the
behind
wrong
us. So
page.
again, we
What did you
definitely
tell me?
want to make sure you guys all know how much we appreciate the city of Beaumont and everything
Okay,
you
that's
have
what I
done
thought, and then I thought, did I
here to
hear
help
that
us
right? I
make
didn't
this
want to mess
World
up.
Series possible.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And a pitching substitution for this batter.
Back up to
Cypress.
Kyle.
Let's play ball.
Oh my. Kyle Burris.
Did I miss?
Yeah.
I got
Turn it just a little bit.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Just getting a first base adjustment just a hair.
Is that number 24? Bob?
There you go.
Is that where?
To bat?
24.
Tim wiping his mustache there just a little.
Ready. Pitch.
And a low
But
pitch
he's up here.
missing.
We still have 2.
that's your timing.
But he said it right after he threw it a little low.
Come here, please.
We got a time from the ump.
No, this is illegal.
Don't do it.
No, I'm kidding.
Have the defense waiting out on the field as they are doing some stretches.
Did I mess up? Because I was.
So we have nobody out still. Top of inning number 2, Houston Hurricanes and BCS Outlaws in the NBBA game of the day. 9-1 Hurricanes right now.
Ask John right there. He's right there. John? 24?
24. Cyphers is our one hole guy.
Just waiting for some confirmation.
Marquez scored and Navarro scored.
Okay, they were. Okay, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
You okay?
Okay.
Quick double checking there with the scorekeepers, making sure our batting order is correct.
Hold on, we're good to go.
I was looking.
Do it right now before it gets out of hand. So that's what I just, because if I screw up like that,
I want to make sure I don't mess up anybody's.
absolutely.
Tim stretching the bat
Okay.
back over his back.
Let's play ball.
Keep our apologizes.
Bases again, please.
And a base strike. Tim with his little hop at the plate.
Ready. Pitch.
And a hard thunk is going to be foul out on the right base side. Kyle has that distinctive where he has a glove in one hand, the ball in the other, has them both out in front of him. Kind of does a little quick rotation with his wrist with both hands. So it kind of looks like a kind of a weird little arm
Whip, maybe.
rotation there before he pitches.
Good 0-2.
As Tim's back up at the plate, even has a tear in his sock. Again, that hop. Moving him in again, and then another hop.
Ready. Pitch.
And the ball under the pitch.
So third strike. Still no take yet.
Tim resetting his bat up at the front corner of home plate.
And 0-3.
Licking his fingers and wiping his mustache and back up at the ready.
Down.
Ready. Pitch.
And a hard thunk far over into left, just past the first. But, oh, she stopped it with her body. She's got it, and she has it out. Finally, just seeming to land properly. And that is going to be Hillary Oswald, I believe. Hillary Oswald
indeed.
for the
So
out.
she has a couple putouts for the Outlaws. The only 2 defensive plays that have been made by BCS have been made by Hillary Oswald. So
Going to be bringing Jason Walters up to bat as we have the Outlaws asking for a timeout for a blindfold adjustment out in the field.
Jason Walters will be coming up. He's 2 for 2, looking to keep his perfect day at the plate going. Scored that run earlier this inning on that dead ball late base call that they gave the run to him because the ball wasn't quite dead. I assume. and so he was able to beat it to the base in time, and that continued the 6-run kind of snowball for BCS.
So we still have Emily DeGraff out there with her back turned to the ump as she's adjusting that blindfold. Looks like a towel is being brought out to her. Possibly getting very hot and sweaty again. Most of our cloud cover seems to have, there's a lot of clouds, but it doesn't seem to be giving us any shade currently. So the sun is back out to being bright, and Emily is turned back around now.
Here, we're setting the field.
Ready for Jason Walters at the plate.
So we have 1 out now, top half of inning number 2.
And
Quiet,
Kyle
please.
Burris pitching.
Die. Once it says set, we're done. Let's play.
Ask me, right?
I did ask you. Die.
Have a timeout on the umpire side. He goes out to discuss
7.
with the field.
7. Burris.
Have call for quiet in the field, and the spotter was still talking to his defense. He did not hear the call, so he was still talking. So let's see how this.
Umpire Kemp going out there
to talk to our spotter.
Thank you.
Still only 1 out.
It makes it easier. I pitched to the first 3, and he pitches to the second 3.
Yeah, and I had that marked, and then when you said,
And our umpire Kemp back up, headed towards home plate.
yeah, I've got stars now.
I think we just heard that there's 1 pitcher for the first 3 Hurricanes and 1 pitcher for the last 3 Hurricanes.
And a base check. Again, this is Jason Walters.
Let's play ball.
Swinging the bat across the plate and up over the shoulder.
Ready. Pitch.
And the ball going over the bat by about 2 inches.
Almost a pickup by me, but like when I actually tried playing, I missed it.
Hand back. And readjusting at the plate. Exhale.
Ready.
And a thunk right behind the pitcher over in
Late
the right
base is the
field. Rolling back past Alex Price as he rushes for it. And that is going to be
Not gonna
called
matter.
safe.
I know.
So second straight at bat by Jason Walters, where he was almost victimized by a late base, but both times he's able to hustle and beat it to the base. 3 for 3 so far for him. And again, maybe not the fastest base run, but just not a clean play in the field once again made by BCS, and it's 10-1.
Definitely seems BCS to be struggling defensively here. I have not seen them play yet this week, so this is my opportunity. I don't know if this has been a defensive trend for them, or if, again, this is something newer with the exhaustion for the whole week.
Well, yeah, because watching this game, you know, they beat.
Set the field bases, please.
I'll get to that in a sec.
Had a base check.
Play ball.
And a gentle swing over the plate. Back up.
Ready.
And it going right over the bat by about 2 inches.
Yeah, what I was going to say, though, is I'm a little flummoxed about how this team, I would love to watch a replay of their game against Gateway, because Gateway is a team that puts the ball in play a lot with Johnny Walker pitching.
Ready for the pitch.
Ready. Pitch.
Hard, high thunk up short in left field, almost right to Emily, and she's got it and out.
Hang time almost got him enough time to get to the base.
Almost. That was easily 100 to 120 feet high up in the air, but then dropped just directly in front of Emily, basically just dropping to her knees and scooping it up.
Okay, I got
And
it
that
now.
batter's name was John.
That was John, yes.
What's the last name? John. He's 2 for 3. Is John.
Parker.
John Parker.
Don Parker.
Okay.
I don't have him on my roster sheet, so.
Yeah. But he's 2 for 3, so that was his first out of the game. That's 2 outs. And 1 for 2 now for Josh Perry. As he steps in there.
That was definitely some wonderful hang time on that hit. It just happened to land perfectly for Emily there.
Good pickup by her. Didn't waste time.
Again, we've switched pitchers to John Gonzalez again, as he's placing Josh's feet, his front left foot up by the plate. I'm feeling a little better now that Josh has pulled his pant legs up on more of that orange is showing. I'm not sure why. Just had just a little skim of orange was disturbing.
Yep.
Set, ready, ball.
And a solid ground thunk right to the pitcher, just past fair. Emily rushing to get it, and Hillary Oswald behind her, tried, but not in time, and that is going to be safe. Hillary Oswald doing an excellent job of trying to back up, just not the timing, just not quick enough.
Second run of the day for Josh Perry. That's a 2-out run. That's the 8th run in here in this second inning for the Hurricanes, and that increases the lead to 11-1.
Now we're on the verge of a 12-run game here happening, Matt.
It might not happen this inning with 2 outs, maybe the BCS, but it might very well happen in this game sooner rather than later, just the way it's going. And
Definitely is a very strong possibility as we have PJ Navarro come up to bat.
And on that one, Rosina, you heard that long call, 3, so they had to come all the way up to get it. And Perry just simply out-hustled, outran the fielders. He ran faster to the base than they did to the ball. And it's just simply a matter of that.
Realignment of third base out there to be pointing up at our home plate.
We're set the field.
Still adjusting out here in the field, our defense.
We're set the field. Bases, please. Thank you.
Base check.
Thank you. Play ball.
See John Gonzalez kind of shaking his head out there at the pitcher's place.
Set, ready, ball.
And a hard bunk straight down to the pitcher, rolling on the ground left field, or Hillary Oswald struggling to grab it. They're knocking it out of their hands. He missed the base, comes back around, and he is going to be called. Oh, he called safe initially, but we're going to have a hold as we wait to see. Going to have to wait and see.
She got it, and he got the base about the same
He
time.
missed the base the first time around, was coming back around just as they were grabbing the ball. So definitely we'll have to confer and get the official word from our umpire.
Those big screen fans.
PJ Navarro.
Waiting the results on this call. It would have been Emily DeGraff running all the way over to scramble for that ball. Almost had it bounced out of the hands.
But yeah, safe.
And
Safe.
that is going to
Safe
be
for the
called
run.
safe.
So that's a 12-1 game now. That's 2 for 3 for him, and that's one of those plays where one player misses the base, one player misses the ball, but again, that communication, from what you described, it was to Hillary Oswald, and then you have DeGraff running over there. Like, someone has to communicate if you're the Outlaws to make that clean play. That absolutely should be the end of the inning defensively.
And PJ rubbing his hands together.
So who just scored then? I thought that was PJ. My apologies. My
I'm
apologies.
sorry.
Are we set?
I think that was PJ.
We're
This
set
should
the
be,
field. Bases, please. Thank you.
oh no, that was not
Play
PJ.
ball.
That would have been John Marquez.
John Marquez. Okay, so
This
he's
is PJ.
He's 2 for 3. Yeah. All right. PJ 1 for 2.
I'm just barely catching a little action on that ball as it pops over his bat and into the catcher. And ready for that pitch.
Set, ready, ball.
Getting a solid thunk as it bounces down over towards Emily, going past her legs. Hillary, oh, and she scrambled to catch it back, and she has that put out. That is Emily DeGraff. That is 4.
Okay.
Emily DeGraff, 4.
Okay.
Outlaws, bringing the Outlaws back in and holding those Hurricanes from that 12-run game. This is where it's going to really matter. The Outlaws have got to get up to the plate and put some more runs on the board.
They have to put something on the board. They only had that one run in the top of the first inning, or in the bottom of the first inning. I apologize that Abigail scored. But other than that, it's been all Hurricanes. They put up a 9 spot there in that second inning. Went through their order twice. The first time through their order, all 6 guys scored before they were able to even record an out.
He's got to get something to drink.
So it was definitely something to behold. Jason Walters 3 for 3, the offensive perfect player so far through the 2 innings for the Hurricanes. But things really snowballed in that inning as a 3-1 game becomes a 12-1 game very quickly.
Hurricanes almost set up out in the field there.
He really doesn't. No,
That's all right.
And you have 5, 6, and 1 up for BCS, so maybe not the strongest part of that order. And like we talked about, and it comes down to motivation. It comes down to trying to get through those few innings. Okay, we're down by a lot. It's a placement game. We're not playing for any kind of championship, whatever. How much motivation do we have left? How much are we thinking about the rest of this game, or maybe the after party, or like that's what these two teams
to the
have to.
air-conditioned hotel.
Yep. So.
Absolutely. I know that's in the mind of several players. They've been out here all week. The exhaustion settles in. Many of them just want to dig in and play that game, and some of them are they're just done. Some of these earlier, newer teams, they're used to these weekend tournaments, but a week-long World Series really shows the wear and tear on them.
And you're seeing, especially defensively through these first 2 innings with BCS defensively, not quite an established team. I believe this is their first year playing together. I'm more than happy to be corrected on that. But, and you're seeing a lot of defensive hiccups late in the week.
So this is Tyler Newhouse for the Outlaws.
Set, ready, ball.
And just catching a touch of that.
This guy can hit. He scored a run against the Philadelphia Fire in their game against my team. So he can definitely hit the ball.
Ready, ball.
And high up over that pitch.
Here it is. Here we go. Set, ready, ball.
And a pop-up that's going to probably bounce foul. Yes.
Sorry.
Tyler walking back up towards home plate, holding his hands out in front of him. He's waiting for a bat to guide him the rest of the way in. Almost all the way up. He's got some high maroon socks on underneath his gray baseball pants. And some very snazzy white, gray, and silver and black batting gloves.
Play ball. Set, ready, ball.
And swinging over that by about 3 inches.
So first out of the inning, Tyler Newhouse with the strikeout. That'll get us to the 6-hole hitter. 1 out, bottom 2.
This should be bringing number 4, Emily DeGraff, up to bat for the Outlaws. White hat, twisting at the hips and shoulders.
Message, please. Thank you. Thank you. Play ball.
And holding the bat up.
Set, ready, ball.
And it's going to be over that pitch by about 3 inches.
Set, ready, ball.
And the ball underneath the bat this time.
So 2 strikes. Still can take 1.
Set, ready, ball.
She kind of has, when she gets ready to swing, she actually lays even further back by about 4 or 5 inches before bringing it all the way forward.
Telling her same swing.
Ready, ball.
And catching that. Catcher catches it.
Maybe not the same swing because they almost hit it right to us. 3 strikes. Still no take.
3.
Stepping back up to the plate. Ready?
Ready, ball.
And a solid thunk just past the pitcher's edge. Short on the left as Josh Perry runs and easily scoops that up for an out. 0.
Thank you.
Josh Perry.
Thank you.
Was that a ground ball or was that a popper?
It popped up and landed just past the pitcher's line.
Yeah, had a little bit of hang time to it, but just not short enough. Josh Perry, good quick racing to that ball, outrunning it. 2 outs.
This is bringing Hillary Oswald up in her baby pink cleats to the plate.
She's 0 for 1. Jason Walters put her out last time. One of the 2 putouts he had in that first
Still
inning.
waiting for the field.
But she has a couple defensive putouts. She's one of those players, Rosina, that is not thinking about any kind of hotel air conditioning. She's here to dig in and play these last 4 innings.
Play ball. Set. Ready. Ball.
And a solid thunk down at the ground, barely missing the pitcher's feet as he slides out of the way. Josh running. Oh, the center people's tripping over each other in their attempt to get it. And that's going to give another run to Hillary Oswald.
So yeah, she is 1 for 2 now on the day. Makes it a 12-2 game. A nice hustle to the base. And again, not the best defensive communication out there by the Hurricanes. This is another sort of newly established team, first World Series for them. Sort of a remade, another faction of Houston. Some of the players that used to play for Bayou City. Yep.
This is going to bring Sarah Gardner up as she patiently waits at the plate for the resetting out in the field. You see John Stark out there moving some of his players around. You keep calling heavy hitter.
Junick 1 for 1, scored in that first inning. Very close call.
We're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you.
Abigail Junick.
Set. Ready. Ball.
Hard hit. It's going to be far foul, about 40 feet of the first base.
So first strike, still 2 outs, 12-2 in favor of Houston.
Don't get stagnant, baby.
Readjusting up at home plate, and again, that home plate has a little bit of a hole, but it's not near as muddy. It's nice and dry. The sun has already taken care of the field. Just a little late on her swing there. She kind of cleans out her cleats, bringing it back up over the shoulder.
Set. Ready. Ball.
And just a short little thunk down the ground, barely going to make it past the pitcher's area. Josh running up there rapidly, and he has that out.
Yeah, he
Another
hustles.
out for Josh. 0.
So he hustles up there. He rushed up there to make that play. Again, short, not a lot of carry to it for Abigail Junick, and that will cause the Houston Hurricanes to leave the field. The second inning is over, and it is 12-2 Houston. Only 1 run in the second inning, not quite the response to the 9-run barrage that Houston had in
their previous
inning. So good 2 innings for the Hurricanes. Jason Walters, obviously, really the offensive end one of the offensive and defensive standouts. 3 for 3 at the plate, 2 defensive putouts in that first inning to quell any kind of a big rally by the Outlaws. Josh Perry, 2 for 3. Everyone has a run scored in that top 6 for the Hurricanes.
We're having a substitution.
Substitute
Number
on
8,
the Outlaws
Frederick.
side.
Yes.
Is going in for 10 Price.
Hunter Frederick for
How come I didn't know
Price.
you had a Price on your team? Good, probably scored 3 or 4 times by now.
Yeah, I
So we have
know.
Outlaws
He
taking the
scored once
field,
today.
as you
His
can.
first World Series.
There's
Oh,
plenty of them
good.
out there.
Hunter
I think
Frederick.
there's only 2 players out there who are not wearing any hats out there on the Outlaws defensive team. There's like 3 cowboy hats, a couple baseball caps, and a bucket cap.
I apologize, Rosina. We just got a note that Hunter Frederick, the guy replacing Price, is his first World Series game. First World Series. I'm not sure if it's his first World Series game, but it's his first World Series. So, getting a little game of the day action, getting on, getting himself called on the air. That's good for him. First World Series.
But first up, we're going to have
The Hurricanes.
Cypher from the Hurricanes.
And he's 2 for 3. Everyone in this lineup has scored at least 1 run. PJ, in fact, the only one who only has 1 run scored. Everyone else has 2 or 3. In the case of Jason Walters. And
So this will be
third
Kyle Burris pitching for Tim. As Tim stands at home plate talking with the catcher. Having some thumbs up. Kyle patiently waiting for the field to be set and ready to pitch.
top of inning number 3 now. 12-2 Houston. As this is the NBBA game of the day. Outlaws and Hurricanes.
And we are set in the field and ready for those base checks.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Play ball.
Tim doing his little hop at the plate, pulling up his pant legs at the thighs, hop forward again, stretching the bat behind his back, and back up over the shoulder.
Ready. Pitch.
Oh, and the pitch just a little low, missing that.
Hurricanes needing 2 runs to get to that 12-run spread.
Realigning his back with the front corner of home plate. Hopping up as he pulls his pants up at the waist.
Ready, pitch.
And the ball rolling low and catching the catcher's
What
foot.
field is Jay on?
We're sitting right near the batter's box. We can hear that aggressive swing.
Oh, yeah. He and Jason are
2 strikes.
Stretching that back behind his back again. Rotating the bat with his left hand before pulling it up to the ready.
I'm not sure.
Ready,
And kind of late catching it just on the ground as it rolled fairly fair on the right side. And it's going to be scooped up and out. That
Number.
Sarah, I believe.
Sarah Gardner.
Turn around.
So she makes the first put out.
14.
Okay, thank you.
Sarah Gardner.
Another sharp hit ground ball by Tim Cyphers. This one fielded by the Outlaws. Sarah Gardner making that put out, dropping Tim to 2 for 4. Still having a good day at the plate.
Bringing
solid
Jason
contact.
Walters up, seeing if he can repeat again. Sarah feeling pretty good about that out there. Short up in right field. She's almost right on the baseline there.
A little scary.
set the field.
Last 2 at bats, Jason Walters has said late base. So let's see if
He repeats
he
that.
repeats that.
Thank you. Play ball.
Tapping the far corner of home plate. Stretching and arching his back. Rotating that back and forth. And at the ready.
Ready, pitch.
And a low ball catching it, popping it foul about 3 to 5 feet outside the right baseline.
Right off the bat, first pitch. Good job.
We thank those of you who are tuning in to this game of the day, BCS and Houston. On behalf of the NBBA, we thank you very much.
12-15.
Again, this is Jason Walters swinging that bat up over the shoulder.
Ready, pitch.
Oh, and slicing underneath that ball by about 2 inches. And another breeze coming in.
And get versus Parkinson's medication now.
Lowering the catcher mitt. And ball still not quite onto the bat.
Would you mind telling me the score?
I believe that's a
Definitely.
third,
Lost track.
third strike? Yes.
Yes.
No, that's okay.
Houston.
Tapping a far edge of the plate.
12 to 2. Okay, thank you. That popcorn smells good.
And just catching an edge on that, just enough to stay alive.
I barely even heard that one. He
That's that
just.
staying alive chant over there from the Hurricane bench.
Pop that in the room.
We have a golf cart coming with the Gatorade.
Ready, pitch.
And the ball going over the bat. That is going to make him out for the Hurricanes. That is Jason Walters.
So his first out of the game, he drops to 3 for 4. He's had a good day at the plate. 2 outs for the Hurricanes, so the Outlaws actually might survive this much better than they did in that second inning.
Parker coming back up with his red, white, and blue flag bandana on his head. Looks like he even has a cooling towel on his neck, Matt.
He's 2 for 3 on his day, so he's definitely been hitting the ball. Cooling towels definitely very important for those of us who were irresponsible enough, like Matt Wallace, to not pack any sunscreen or, you know, not make the necessary precautions.
Thank you. Play ball.
Your neck might wind up like mine by the end of the week.
He's stepping back off the plate just a little to readjust his feet. Slow swing over the plate and at the ready.
Ready, pitch.
And a hard swing. You could hear the groan as he missed that ball.
Hands are sticky.
I'm sorry, Parker.
Pulling off just back off of the plate as he kind of chuckles.
Ready, pitch.
And just barely getting a hold of it as it spins in place in the grass.
2 strikes. They're saying nice swing. 2 outs. The Outlaws trying to get out of this unscathed in this top half of inning number 3, still trailing the Houston Hurricanes 12-2.
The ball looked like one of those spinning fireworks. It just spins in a circle.
Ready, pitch.
And just barely missing again by about half an inch. There's a lot of effort going into those swings.
You have some batters where you can definitely hear that grunt before each swing.
Just digging his feet into the dirt as he stands at the ease
Ready, pitch.
and taking a pass.
Count's full.
Digging that toe into the dirt again. A couple sample swings over the plate.
Ready, pitch.
Hard,
Is that a
nailing
dead
line
ball?
drive that drops right to the ground,
Yep.
right between their feet.
Yep,
Hillary
dead ball.
Oswald's feet. And he's calling
Dead ball.
it safe. We'll have to double check on the dead ball. It's going to go into question.
Oh, you wanted to call?
We'll have to wait and see if it is going to be confirmed.
Heck of a hit, dude.
It's
I don't want
a solid hit right between Hillary Oswald's feet.
When somebody comes around with a
She
cart,
was standing at her legs maybe about a foot and a half apart, and it just went right between them.
Well,
Sailing with speed, she didn't even have time to hear it and realize that it was there and drop.
yeah.
Okay.
well, let's see what the call is. They still sound like they're conferencing on the field on that one.
Well, I understand that too. I mean,
Definitely was a hard hit. The count's full. And my favorite rule is about to potentially take effect there, where the guy who hits the lights out of a ball does not have a count reset, has to go back on a 1-3 count.
I believe that
And-
is going to be dead
you need
ball.
water?
Yep, so that's exactly what's going to have to happen.
Did everything cut
And-
into this field?
I'm smelling popcorn. Definitely a true baseball feel right there.
Yes, indeed. I was going to say I did not have breakfast this morning, so I'm very hungry. I know that this is definitely convincing me after this game between streams to go get a nice big old bite to eat.
Juicy burger loaded with everything. I
I've only-
suppose typical fare for today would be a hot dog, Matt, but I'm not a big hot dog fan unless you can give me a sausage. So
I agree with all of that, actually. Every single word you just said. I've had about 6 burgers this week.
Must be a dead
not
ball.
normally a burger person, but it is quick and fast. Couple little practice toss there with that new ball. Kind of a rapid beep there.
Full count, right?
It's a full count, and with John Parker batting and 2 outs.
He's stepped back off of the home plate as we have those practice tosses there with that new ball as it comes now forward to the plate.
And again, I know not a popular opinion, but this is definitely going to benefit the defense here after Parker just hit one into next week. He has to go back there and still have that
do it
3-strike count.
Set the field. I want third base for me, please.
Oh. Ah, wait a minute. I've got
Third
him.
is on your
Nice
left.
quick base check there.
There was a test to see if you knew.
Testing of the
We're gonna
umpire
full
here.
count. Let's play ball.
Switch boxes turned around.
Taking a little deep breath as he exhales here. Still tired from that run as well as before that blistering hit.
Ready, pitch.
And hitting it again, not quite as nice, going straight over, bouncing off of Emily's feet. And oh, we have a collision on the field out on right. We have a
You heard that.
collision.
Oh God, medic. Should I call the medic?
Yes,
Call him.
we have a medic call. That was
Medics on field
Yeah,
9,
Parsons
please.
colliding
Medics on field
with-
9. We had a collision of 2 players.
Wet rag.
that was Sarah Gardner over
Wet
there.
rag. I didn't bring anything.
Did she make
up
the
for
official
us.
put out on?
And that was not her. That was on the other side of the field. Sarah was over on the first base line. Is John Parker.
Inside the foul line.
Did you copy?
So
Oh, so
just-
yeah, that's what I thought I heard. It was the runner that collided. Okay.
Medics on
Okay.
field 9.
She was
She
in
was
the field of
very
play.
close
And
to
he
the
ran
line.
outside
yeah.
of the.
He ran inside. He ran into the field of play.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
Was she? Because she's on the move.
So a mistake by the
It was
base runner John Parker, and and you can't sit here and crucify the base runner. I mean, we know, Rosina, that it's definitely not the easiest thing in the world. You try putting on a blindfold, not you, but anyone listening to this game. I'm talking more to the listeners. You try putting on a blindfold and running to a beeping base perfectly straight. Not easy. I, as a totally blind person all my life, have definitely struggled with it. Definitely probably run into the field of play a time or two or more.
I have her limping off the field currently right now. She is up.
And that is the end of the inning, Rosina. So you got to feel good if you're the Outlaws defensively after going out there giving up 9 runs in the second inning. Yes, this is a 12-2 game, so it's not reflecting on the scoreboard, but we talked about, are the Outlaws just going to kind of lay down here, quit? Hurricanes just going to go ahead and 12-run them easily? Not so fast. A couple of putouts there by the Outlaws. 3? There's 1 strikeout, 2 putouts by the Outlaws defensively. So they're showing you, no, we're not going to give up.
It's coming in for
Emily.
She's just got her.
Sarah Gardner, who just got her. She is walking. She was putting a slight amount of weight on that left, holding her left side.
Right here, right there.
But she totally could tell that there was a lot of extreme pain there, but she was up and moving. Hopefully that she will be well.
Sarah Gardner had a nice defensive putout to begin this 3rd inning, actually, to set the tone for this scoreless inning defensively for BCS. So good job by her in the game, not giving up.
Also over
We
here,
wish her nothing but the best.
medics.
So definitely have medics for both teams here as we take a short break.
Over there and over here.
Also going to be pulling in our volunteers so they can
And over
get in
there.
under the tent and get a slight break, although we did just get a slight breeze.
It's always nice to get that.
John Parker, Sarah Gardner.
So we have a 12-2 game as BCS will hit in their bottom half of inning number 3. When we resume play, the 3, 4, 5 batters are going to be highlighted here on this NBBA game of the day. Houston Hurricanes and BCS Outlaws, 12-2. Houston.
Hunter Frederick out here conversing with our ump and pitcher Kyle Burris out here as we bring the medic from the Outlaw side back over, the second medic over to the Hurricane side to check out John Parker.
So interesting to see what the scores going on in the other games are. Obviously, we think that the Fire won earlier today over the Comets. We know that the Chaos were able to take care of business against these Houston Hurricanes. And you see, there really are levels, Rosina. You watch teams like the Indy Edge, and then there's that second tier where maybe you see teams like Philadelphia, Boston, the Indy Thunder, the Austin Blackhawks this year, obviously. And then you have Bayou City, the Atlanta Chaos, teams like that. And there might be a clear difference even between the level of like a team like the Chaos and these two teams like the Houston Hurricanes. Chaos taking care of business today earlier to make sure that they keep their spot in the top 10 of the World Series. Not sure where the Comets are going to wind up placing, but they have their game earlier after their Fire loss. I believe that a win by the Fire today means that they will play the Thunder for the right to stay in it.
Yeah.
Definitely will be interesting to get the results on those other teams and see where we wind up for our third and fourth position playing.
That's what I was getting ready to write down my run.
Both teams seem to be rehydrating as well while they're checking in on their teammates. Small huddle going on over at the Hurricane side.
I hope she's gonna be okay. Sound like
Austin Blackhawks taking third place in the World Series last year.
Yeah.
Really is a shame for them, Rosina. We saw them just win some great games. They beat Gateway, they beat the Jets, they beat the Indy Thunder, and then just the gruesome Brandon Cheshire injury. And I've heard, every time I've heard about it, unfortunately, it's just gotten worse and worse. I heard potential ankle sprain, then I heard ligament tear, now I'm hearing ACL tear potentially.
I did talk to Brandon
Okay.
last night. tonight. He definitely has a sprained ankle. They're saying a severely bruised knee, at least at this point. But he'll have to wait till he gets home and can get more further x-rays to see about ligaments and ACLs, because there's too much swelling right now, so it's not able to be told. He's in an extreme lot of pain. He's wearing a brace on his leg from mid-thigh down past his knee, unable to bend it even remotely a little bit, on crutches. So definitely not feeling very good, and a lot of pain, but he's still out here supporting his team.
Yep, and what a run that team has had, and he's their heart and soul. He's their leadoff batter, Rosina. He's been a long time, representative of the Blackhawks, and just a really good baseball player. He goes without saying won't be playing for the rest of this tournament, obviously, and so we wish him nothing
out for that game of champions, or I'm trying to remember what they were calling that game, Matt.
When's that happening?
That was going to be, I believe, in November.
Oh yeah, there's it's a Texas event, is it not?
I believe it is. World Game of Champions, or not quite 100% sure. We're almost about to have another. No more injuries now.
Make sure it's still, is it still plugged in?
The medic is here. They joking, but still don't.
House, pitcher
Can you hold that cooler up just a
for the
little
Outlaws. They're almost slipped coming out of the scorekeeper's table there.
And another injury update. Chris Kimball of the Boston Renegades, I heard that he's also doing much better. Not sure if he'll play the rest of
into
it.
a tree with a shoulder injury.
Yeah, that one.
John Parker kind of nodding his head yes a little. He doesn't, not looking the best for wear, but he is up and walking, holding his side a bit. And it looks like he has an ice pack on his hand, so possibly it damaged his hands or fingers when he fell or collided in the side of his face.
Appreciate that.
Trying to get that all sorted out, as obviously as we get later and later into the week, with the heat, with the hustle, with everything that these teams and these players are pushing for, just giving 100% of themselves, and you'll see injuries start to pile up. And now we're on Friday. I mean, we're on the last big day.
Drive by them and check them real quick.
So this is what invariably happens.
Absolutely. It looks like we have Outlaws might be gearing up to start stepping into the batter box.
Run inside the foul line.
We'll see what happens. Bottom of the third. We'll see if the Outlaws can make that significant inroad in this game. They scored only one run in the second inning. They shut the Hurricanes out in the third inning, but with a 10-run deficit, they have to have one of those, 5, 6-run innings. And I'm just not sure the Outlaws have that kind of firepower. We'll see if they maybe can have that hustle. You also,
have the discouragement on your team also from having an injured teammate.
Look at these people. Drive up here and they're eating.
You run into the issue of when you're down by 10 runs, strikeouts start to become a lot more magnified because you simply don't have that many outs. So strikeouts are going to happen here or there, and unfortunately when they do, you're down 10 runs and you just start to, that's a freebie out for the defense. And you only have 12 more outs if you're the Outlaws to play with, and you've only scored 2 in your first 6 outs.
So up we'll have Hunter Frederick, who had just previously come in for Price. He's going to be up at bat for the Outlaws. He's got actually some pretty incredible hot pink socks that he's wearing on up over his baseball pants, coming about mid-calf there, just adding a wonderful little splash of color there as he lifts his legs and does some knee stretches, some high knees before he comes up to the plate.
And some teams are going to be playing 4 games today because of the weather yesterday.
From yesterday. We'll make for physically excessive abilities. And we have a time. Waiting for the golf cart.
Oh, I see it.
So, first at bat.
Ready, ball.
And the ball going just underneath the bat.
Definitely hear that swing. Nice aggressive swing up there. 1 strike.
Set, ready, ball.
And hard, but it's going to drop foul on the left baseline, rolling about 15 feet out.
He's on it. They're giving him some encouragement there on that Outlaws side.
And Jerry making his way back to the pitcher's area. His maroon shoes. Didn't know they made shoes that color. Kind of adjusting the pitcher and back towards the catcher.
Set, ready, ball.
And just underneath the bat.
3 strikes.
Come on, Hunter, you got it.
set, ready, ball.
And a solid right in the center, down on left, just past Josh, stumbling to the third one, but they have him out. That is an out by, don't think that it might be PJ out there. I'm trying to see who that is.
It wasn't Josh Perry.
No, it was out in the far. Josh plays up short. I'm pretty sure that was,
Just a minute. Oh, 19.
yep, PJ Navarro out there in the far left field.
Good put out by PJ Navarro out there deep.
Yeah, wait a minute.
Good hit by Hunter Frederick on 3 strikes.
For his first at the bat.
Oh, okay.
It's going to be Tyler Newhouse.
Newhouse 0 for 1. 1 out, bottom of the third.
Okay, let me look at yours. So was that 9 or 19?
19.
So PJ Navarro setting the tone in the inning after a good piece of hitting by Frederick,
Had the out.
trying to get the Outlaws a little bit closer.
Oh. I can't read my writing. Pardon me. Scorekeeper can't read her writing. That's wise.
So we ended here last time.
Like these
Gardner.
Have
clouds.
Trample should have been.
Lovely little
They just started
cloud
off
cover here.
Oh.
Definitely is cooler than it was earlier,
Hold on.
Matt. I literally must have had a gallon of water dripping down my back. Now I'm just warm. I'm not quite, soaking wet.
It really is pleasant right now. You got this nice breeze. It's been fairly consistent throughout the course of the game, and it's definitely been nice, especially
It's
for us
actually the
people.
sun has even dried up that damp, musty smell that was out here first thing this morning.
Yes, it has. The field's starting to play a little quicker.
I don't know if it was this guy.
Another little delay here. We've had several of these little delays here.
And they just added Hunters.
I guess some end game rust for the scorekeepers, umpires, base operator, all of it. We've had definitely plenty of little delays here or there throughout the course of this game, and another one is happening now.
In the first position.
Roy, and then
Okay, now.
so Hunter
We have one
Let
out.
me ask some questions here.
You have Tyler Newhouse, who will eventually dig in there, and
All right, they took her. They did take her.
Yep, they're taking a knee again.
They didn't give an exchange for her.
They
Okay.
did. No.
so it's bottom of inning number 3.
The exchange.
they gave us an
And,
We have the
And then they
Hurricanes taking a seat out in the field right now as we double
But she
check
should have been
on
the
our
first batter up.
player
That's what it is. And so her replacement.
Well, but
should
she
have been-
wasn't,
replacements
so
from our
wasn't.
injured players
17
layup.
was, and he was put out by 19.
That wasn't.
That wasn't
Roy Hutchins.
Hunter just hit with the
Oh,
pink
see,
socks.
I wasn't looking at
Yes,
the bat.
ma'am.
I'm not looking at their
Yes.
numbers.
Yes, ma'am.
So now what do we do?
Okay, well, I got to, now where are we at? Where was the girl that got hit?
She should have been
line
at
three.
first.
She's there, okay.
So
They
his,
took her out.
discussing
and put him
semantics
in.
here, trying to get everything
All
going.
the players and their
I wasn't looking
replacement.
at the numbers on the back. I don't always
Josh
see them,
is
so
checking
I put
his-
his score
Up,
there.
and it's all
Okay.
on. Got another.
We got a batting out of order situation. Who's the head coach?
Jerry.
Jerry! I need Jerry, and I
Give
need
him a warning.
John Stark.
Our situation is complicated.
I'm right here, boss.
Yeah, oh, you
Well-
coach?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, I got a coach here. I need both coaches here. I'm
Also
the
have
only one
an
that's
ant
this one.
mound out by
Okay.
Josh
Okay.
Perry out. in the
Where's the girl?
short
Right
left,
here.
This girl
So
got.
we have
this
a
girl got
batting
hit.
out of order
They took her out and you
situation.
put this person
which
in.
could
correct.
be
And
an
this
extra
person-
out
this
for
person
the
was hurt
Hurricanes.
earlier.
If
Okay.
the
He's
bat out
able
of
to play
order
now.
does
They
count
took him
as
out of
extra
here.
out
Oh, wait a
against
minute.
your
Wait a
And
minute.
team.
they put
Wait a minute. If they put him in, where was he at before?
He was down here,
He's down here.
Yeah, I've never seen
Okay.
this
So
before.
he
and so we brought
We
another
had that
player
in
in
an
for
earlier
him.
Yeah.
Okay.
game. I saw that with the
And put him
All
Hurricanes
right, but
versus
see, when you put him back in,
the Braille
he has to bat in his original position.
Braille Bandits were out of
That's,
order.
that's how it is in baseball. It's not
Man,
the way
that
it's
is
on
not
the
I
the
don't-
tournament
I
that
don't-
Johnny Walker and
no.
company
Well-
were looking for, Rosina. Friday morning
I don't
at
know
Braille
the rules.
Bandits. That is not
Yeah.
what.
No, they
Has he
the Braille
been out
Bandits
since
were
that?
batting out of
We're just
order.
at the bottom of the
so
second
the
inning.
Hurricanes
Came out and
got
Yeah.
an extra out against
Oh,
them.
we're in the bottom of 3, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, okay,
Gateway
okay.
Archers had
Okay.
some
How many
high
outs is she,
expectations.
how many outs
Trying to get
was this
more
guy
ants
out?
off of Josh
Just-
Perry as he seems to be
oh.
When
attacked
did he
by
come
ants
out? How
out in
many
the
outs was he
field.
out?
He's got
He
several
came out
teammates
first
trying
inning.
to
He's the
brush
one
them
that came out
off.
first
If
inning.
those are
Okay.
fire ants,
So
folks,
we're about to
fire
first
ants
inning.
here in
So that-
Texas are
He
brutal. It looks
said-
like I
he
can see
said
redness
on
already
second
showing
inning,
up on
so
his
that's a
leg.
6 out.
3.
Possible
Okay,
swelling.
okay.
They're checking
Okay.
his socks
Okay.
and his pant legs
So-
to try to get them all
but-
off of
So the
him.
problem is we can't put him back in the same place.
No,
Okay.
you can put him back in where.
Still discussing
I don't
He's
look
at
at the
6
nu-
innings.
I
potential
don't look at the
batting out of
numbers on
order
the back 'cause
situation let me
turned
thank
away
you,
from me,
all
and I
of you
just-
joining this
know we
NBBA
can't
live
see
stream
them.
for our game
So-
of the day, Houston
He's
Hurricanes.
So this
BCS
yeah,
Outlaws,
but
12-2
this one
in favor of Houston right
added,
now.
and I don't look at
Bottom of the
numbers on
third
back.
inning, there is
So
one
that's-
out. We are
where-
currently
where'd the
having
other
a
guy go?
discussion
So
with
here's
the
the deal.
umpires
Okay,
So here's the deal.
of a
I want your
potential
book. I want your
batter
book, is
out
what
of
I'm
order.
saying.
So
And just thank
Hutchins
you
would
for
be out.
Yeah,
being
I know that.
patient and
That's just
staying
about-
with us
this
as
guy's
is figured
not
out.
where we're at.
And
Kind of some
Frederick
substitutions
is
can be
up.
complicated
Right here.
by injuries and just
but
having
it
enough
doesn't-
players
it
in the
doesn't matter.
correct locations.
Okay,
So
he
this
is-
does happen.
This person's out.
He
It's like a
is
strikeout.
Just
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay,
be
so
patient
Hunter's,
and
so,
hang with us
so
here.
Hunter is back.
So we have our catcher here doing a handstand on the field.
Hunter's
I
back up.
know.
And Hunter's up to bat.
Got it.
Okay, Hunter.
Okay.
Hunter, you're back up to bat.
Yeah, pretty much with
So-
one
How
out.
does that work?
Yeah, one out. Yeah.
So
Okay.
that was going to count as
Yeah.
an
One
out.
Potential to get the second out on Hunter.
And do we have a strike count on this guy? I have one.
I think it was one, and then
Yeah.
somebody said something, and I went, oh.
Okay, you got a
Then we're
strike
going
on
to
this
have
guy?
Hunter back up to
Oh,
bat since he
Tina.
got it out of order
Was there
earlier.
a strike on him?
So they just count that as an out, and then the fourth batter
No,
back.
Back to rain has
All of
now
a sudden,
arrived.
I mean, like, folks, this went from nothing to that.
Did you have
Just a light rain.
Okay, let's go.
So he has
One out.
We just had the rain has started falling out of absolutely nowhere in Beaumont, Texas.
Yeah, we need a.
You want this, I mean, we can get
Okay. So
So I
he's
have
just coming up to bat.
Hunter coming
Yeah.
back up
Okay.
to bat in his bright pink socks.
So since he batted out of order, that's the first out of the third inning, and he'll bat again. He hit it well his
Now
first
that he is
time.
in proper order.
One of my volunteers needs to go to the restroom. I'm on field 9. Please hurry. They're coming. They'll be right there.
So this is bringing Hunter back up to home plate. Hopefully all the ants are off of Josh Perry out there in left.
Just before that downpour, that little.
As we have a 12-2 Houston Hurricanes lead.
Wow. Kind of a lingering score there, Matt. And I'm starting to feel that oppressive heat that comes with the rain.
I'm gonna eat.
Yep, yep.
That beautiful coverage we had before it, that was so nice and cool, is now turning into that muggy, wet heat.
And you can definitely feel it on your back for sure as the Houston Hurricanes about to take the field.
They are set in the field. They've been out there this whole time. So Josh got bit up by all those ants. Checking to make sure we're all good to go.
Well, no, I'm gonna cover it with that.
John Stark out in the field.
Bases, please. Right there.
And ready to go again.
Play ball.
Set, ready, ball.
And the pitch underneath the bat.
One strike. One out.
Set, ready, ball.
And a solid hit, but just tipping it and dropping straight down.
Light rain continues to fall here.
Set, ready, ball.
Knockout hit on the inside on the left baseline. It's going to be fair out into the third line of defense. PJ trying to get there in time, not making it. That is going to give the Outlaws another run on the board.
So Hunter Frederick, after almost scoring the first time out of order, bats in order this time and scores the third run of the game. So good for him, his first World Series, getting a big run. Happy for him on the Outlaws side. And that makes it a 12-3 game.
And a run right back to back.
And it makes it a 12-3 game now.
Bringing Tyler Newhouse finally back up to bat for the Outlaws.
That was a run.
That was a beautiful hit there by Hunter, staying just inside and fair, making those defensive players really have to work to scramble over there, and they just didn't get it in time.
Yeah, if BCS stays, you know, he could be a valuable player for them in the future, or a valuable player for someone. If it's his first World Series, he can definitely play.
And Mark coming back up after a check for the base and the outfield.
Bases, please.
What number is that?
Bases, please. Thank you.
Many bats all up.
Thank you.
Looks like 16 or something.
And Jerry House back up to pitch to Tyler Newhouse.
Set, ready, ball.
And just catching the edge of that and dropping straight down.
Ready to charge?
Knock it down, pick it up. Knock it down, pick it up.
A little bit of a more mist coming in with that rain, becoming solid. And that going over the ball. I almost wish I was out there in it right now.
Players probably getting cooled down a little bit.
And swinging underneath that pitch. The last chance ditch effort here for Tyler.
San Antonio, 15. Boston, 5.
So the San Antonio Jets.
And clobbering that one, going right between the pitcher's legs as he lifts it, going into the ground on center as they straight, and he is safe. That was some pretty quick speed there for Tyler Newhouse. Josh Perry just not quite being able to get to that ball in time. He was coming over from the left, and you had Jason Walters coming over from the right, both toward the center, and just not getting it done, and Tyler gets the run.
So great run. Like you said, good speed to the base for Tyler Newhouse. And they're getting a cooling towel out there as Tyler Newhouse scores the second run. Some energy now in the Outlaws side of things. It's a 12-4 game, still only one out. See if they can keep on chopping away at this here.
Got Emily DeGraff up to bat. She's kind of wiggling her hips a little bit there and going from side to side, foot to foot. Towel brought out to wipe out the ball and dropped on the field.
Thank you. Thank you. Play ball.
Stepping back off the plate just a hair.
Set. Ready. Ball.
And again, that pitch where she holds the bat at the ready, and as she swings, she actually cranks it back a little further and then plows it forward.
And I think this is a final score that I just heard.
Ready. Ball.
Oh, the ball just over the bat.
That the Jets have defeated Boston 15-5. 15-5 Jets.
Set. Ready. Ball.
And it's going to be the third as moving her in just a hair closer to the plate.
Set. Ready. Ball.
And that is going to be an out for the Outlaws and Emily DeGraff.
So that's the second out of the inning via the strikeout. And it'll get it back to the top of the order again.
Hillary Oswald.
But we talk about teams that are just on different levels. You know, I saw Boston a few days ago. They were considered the fourth best team potentially in the World Series rankings-wise going into it. And they looked really good. They beat Philadelphia. They beat Gateway easily in our first game of the day. But not sure if the injury played a part, but just really not just both games, yeah, against the Edge and the Jets just did not work out for them.
Okay, and this is Hillary Oswald.
Set. Ready. Ball.
And scooping up underneath that ball by about 3 inches.
Jets still trying to work up from their loss earlier in the week to Austin.
Set. Ready. Ball.
And shy of that by about 2 inches.
2 strikes, 2 outs. 12-4 now.
Set. Ready. Ball.
And a solid connection there, going over into left, straight over to Josh. Oh, popped out of his hands, but he recovered it easily, and that will be an out.
Yep, didn't let it go far away from him.
Zero.
That's 1 for 3 for Hillary Oswald. They scored 2 runs in that inning. One by Hunter on his second at bat. Hunter Frederick and Tyler Newhouse put up runs. So it's 12-4. And BCS chipping away slowly, but still down by 8 runs. Maybe
They're staying alive, though. It was a far cry from that 11-1 start that they had as they take back out to the field.
see if they can duplicate the last inning
put out when he got hurt.
where they didn't allow the Hurricanes to score any runs. They got them 1-2-3. Hurricanes put up a 9 spot in that second inning, which really is a difference in the game. They only scored 3 in the first.
This is for my information.
But that 9-run second, kind of looking like the game-breaking inning where all 6 straight Houston hitters at one point, 1 through 6 in their order, scored a run before BCS could get an out.
And that was number 12, the young lady?
Yeah.
Yes.
Not Emily. Hillary.
Hillary. So we're going to have Josh Perry, who just got that last put out in the field for the Hurricanes, is going to start off up at bat for the Hurricanes. Double checking his shoelaces there. Definitely want to be ready to run. Josh does seem to have that slide tendency.
And, you know.
Last 3 runs I've seen him run, he's slid right into that base. And I think he's slid at first base every single time. So
He's 2 for 3 on the day at the plate
Number 13 is
from a hitting standpoint, so he's doing well. See if he can keep it going.
Yeah.
They need 4 runs to get that 12-run
I've
rule.
got that down, John. Thanks. Finally.
John Gonzalez pitching to Josh Perry as Outlaws finish setting up in the far right.
No, they can't be coming over here when I'm trying to pay attention to. There's 2 of us. Yes.
We're going into top half of inning number 4.
Josh stretching with his back over, reaching as far back as he can. Got a count off out for the defense. Josh trying to count as well to play mentally with them.
Doing their defensive check.
And a base check.
I'll never reach my destination if I don't hit the ball. Let's go.
Definitely having some fun with it.
Set, ready, ball.
And the ball going just under the bat and right between the quick pitcher's legs.
And right to the scorer's table.
Wiping all the extra moisture off the ball there, John Gonzalez.
The rain has stopped in Beaumont.
Well,
Short shower.
this field.
Yeah.
Hey, wait on us, baby.
Re-wiping the ball off again.
Ready. Set, ready, ball.
And the ball going right underneath the pitch. Bat. Correction for the catcher there from the pitcher.
Set, ready, ball.
And again, the ball just underneath that bat, and that is going to have Josh Perry out.
Well, he said before the at-bat, Rosina, he will never reach his destination if he doesn't hit the ball, and unfortunately that at-bat, he will never reach his destination. So 1 out, top of the
Should
4th.
be John Marquez up to bat for the Hurricane.
He's 2 for 4. Timeout in the field.
So we have an adjustment out in the field. Okay. That's bringing up that short left forward into place. Spotter doing some adjustments.
As we're in top half of inning number 4, Houston 12, BCS 4. 1 out.
John Marquez up to bat. Still have John Gonzalez pitching.
Give me a little small step towards me.
Small step toward the pitcher.
Set, ready, ball.
And the ball high up over the bat. Powerful swing as he readjusts his gloves. Deep breath. Back at the ready.
Set, ready, ball.
And a solid, perfect.
It's on. I'm sorry.
Replay.
Yeah, hey, Kemp, see if it's plugged in.
Have an issue with the base here.
Yeah, first base. Trying to get him to run to first base, but it did not turn
Did not
on.
go off.
Trying to see if it's plugged in.
Sorry, it wasn't plugged in.
So we'll have to
We're
do
gonna
this
have a
again.
repeat. That was a perfect hit there for John Marquez, just inside the left baseline. Will be a repeat.
They were joking with him afterwards. You didn't want that one. I'm sure he did, but it's the luck of the game
Definitely is a
sometimes.
fast runner.
I got no 1 count.
Strike 1, still the count.
Lifting the bat up and at the ready.
Set, ready, ball.
A high pop up. It's going to be short in the right. Is it going to stay fair? As it has now rolled just over the foul line.
Just foul. 2 strikes. John Marquez 2 for 3. One of the many Hurricanes that has 2 or more runs scored in the game.
So, he's limping just a little as he comes back
I
to
didn't have
home
anything to
plate.
drink last night. That's what I said. I know.
John Marquez headed back up to home plate again to try to repeat again.
Yeah, that hit.
That first
It's a
one
solid
is
one.
definitely hurts.
2 strikes, still can take
And
one.
John Stark bringing Marquez some pickle juice. As he gets a good swallow there.
Pickle juice.
Pickle juice. A lot of electrolytes in pickle juice.
Okay. One of our teammates was carrying some pickle juice. I had never heard.
Yeah, we
Heard
do
of
that.
that.
As well. On the Chaos, a couple of members. Just keep a jar of it. Just, you don't need to guzzle it. Just a drink or two. John Marquez resetting back up at home plate. Get to hear the exhale and exhaustion there. Leaning back and ready. He said, hold on. Needs another deep breath. And now, bat at the ready.
Set, ready, ball.
And another solid grounder out into center to right, rolling past the first line. And he is going to be safe, giving a run to John Marquez of the Hurricanes. After he come back, he was walking back, and the base was in his way. And instead of going around it, he just collapsed over the top of it.
Good run by him. Good piece of hitting to duplicate what he did that first time when he smacked it. The base wouldn't go off for him. 3 for 4 now. He joins Jason Walters as the 2 players on the Hurricanes that have scored 3 runs, and that ups the lead for Houston to 13-4 over BCS.
And bringing PJ up as we have John Gonzalez congratulating John Marquez as he walks back to his bench.
PJ 1 for 3. He'll step in there, trying to increase the lead. 3 more runs to get to that 12-run spread for the Hurricanes. As the NBBA game of the day, the Houston Hurricanes and BCS Outlaws.
I have that base check.
Yep. Set, ready, ball.
Solid again, right down center on the ground behind the pitcher, stopping at the first line of defense, and they have it. He is out. That is out.
So PJ still stuck on 1 run in his game, 1 for 4
17.
17.
for Navarro.
Thank you.
And
That's the second out of the inning.
Entering the game to pitch.
Okay, thank you.
I'm not sure who number 17 is
Yeah. Yeah.
for the Outlaws.
Is he batting? Is it
I've got that down. No,
this is
it's the
Tim
pitchers.
Cypress? It would
Tim
be.
Cyphers will be batting.
Yeah.
Never gonna come.
He's 2 for 4. His 5th trip, his 5th time through the order for the Hurricanes as they bat with 2 outs and they're top of the 4th.
When they switch pitchers and who they.
We're set in the field.
Set in the field.
Please. Let's go, Kate. Thank you. Thank you. Play ball.
This is Tim Cyphers at the plate. I did not see the hop.
Ready, pitch.
And it's ground. It's going to be foul easy. He barely caught it with the edge of his bat, just inches off the ground, and it went foul on the right base side.
He's gotten that ground ball thing down pat, the smash ground ball, trying to beat it out. Tyler Newhouse over there telling him that's you over there on that right side.
Watch out, Scarlet. It's right there.
Tim back up, sitting with the front corner of plate. Readjusting and twisting to be facing centered on home plate, and a hop.
Ready, pitch. Strike.
That's going to be a strike. And Tim Cyphers as he misses that pitch.
2 strikes now.
Ready, pitch.
And popping that little grounder short and left as they run for that ball, grabbing it, and oh, he's going to be safe. That is safe. That was a split second.
Look it back
too
in.
late.
Look it back in.
Almost
Third
Emily DeGraff,
base.
but not quite. So that's going to give them a run.
Not the first time today we've seen
Third base.
a Houston player
put it
hit a
together.
ground ball
Thank
short
you. Thank you.
that a BCS outlaw defender just simply wasn't able to outrun. And Tim Cyphers, not the strongest hit, definitely not the sharpest ground ball we've seen him hit in this game, but second run in the inning for the Hurricanes, and they now up that lead to 14-4.
This is going to bring Jason Walters up to bat.
Bases, please.
Pivots from hip to hip.
Thank you. Play ball.
Tapping home plate, twisting the bat around with his left hand.
Trying to get
Back
his
and forth.
4th run scored of the day. He's 3 out of 4.
And ready for the pitch. Back with Kyle Burris.
Ready, pitch.
High pop up at least 100 feet up in the air, landing, dropping just behind the pitcher though, so that will be
I
foul.
need to call in for cups for someone.
Good hang
Oh,
time.
there's cups down here.
Okay.
So Jason taking a very slow, gentle walk coming back towards home plate. That was an extremely high pop up. All that energy went into up and just did not go out far enough.
Well, the good news for Jason is that's only the first strike, so he has some wiggle room. He still can use his pass. So he can come back and not stress out about it too much, try to duplicate it again. 14-4 Hurricanes here.
And Jason joking with the outfield.
Does Houston
that he
need
is
water while they're
already
here?
really
I mean,
tired.
do you, BCS, do you need
You
water?
need
Water over there?
Back up at home plate,
Don't wait.
feeling the front corner.
You know one count. Let's play ball.
Too bad.
Swinging that bat gently back and forth over the
They-
plate.
they just left.
relaxing a touch.
We need water on field 9 for the Outlaws, the other team now.
Ready, pitch.
And just catching that edge of that ball,
2nd strike.
flipping back to the catcher.
Thank you.
Best I can.
I'm gonna wait on you.
He was just saying he was going to wait a little bit as Kyle wipes off all the extra moisture from that ball.
As we have this placement game here between the Hurricanes and the Outlaws.
Hard pop up right straight into center, landing just at the second line of defense. Hillary rushing to grab it. And that is going to be an out. I believe that is Tyler Newshouse, but I will wait to confirm
Thank
that.
you.
Number 17, so that's
17.
Yes, it is.
That is the one I don't know the name of.
is that John Parker then?
No, that is for the
Yeah,
Hurricanes.
Parker's out for right now.
Oh, right, the BCS pit made the put out, right.
Yes, BCS minute. Do you know the name of 17?
That's 3 outs, right?
Yes.
That is 3 outs.
That's 3 outs. You only get 2.
A strikeout and 2 putouts. What's number 17's name?
So number 17 makes the put out. While we get a name on that, that's the end of the inning.
Roy Hutchins.
Tim Cypher scored in
Roy
that inning.
Hutchins for
Roy
that.
Hutchins.
But they get 2 runs, big ones from Tim Cypers. And
Okay, now how am I doing now?
John scored that 4th run, their number 4 batter. So it's 14-4 now. John Marquez scored their other run in that inning. So it was Marquez and Cypers for the 2 runs to increase that lead to 14-4. And we'll see if the Outlaws can answer that here in their bottom half of the 4th.
Hurricanes taking the field as we get another strong breeze coming in. And the Outlaws prepare to add some more runs up on the board.
And again, always appreciate any kind of updates on any games currently going on. We know that the San Antonio Jets handled business against the Boston Renegades 15-5 earlier today.
Almost all set up out in the field as we wait for the Outlaws to get their first batter up
She
to
looks like
home
the
plate.
flying nun.
Yeah, really. It's funny.
We will be bringing you the 3rd place game later at 5 o'clock on our NBBA stream. So for those of you looking forward to that game,
Jerry
take us
House
right here.
back out of the pitch with a towel to wipe off that ball and a couple practice tosses.
Matt Wallace, Rosina Foster bringing you this game from right now beautiful Beaumont, Texas. It changes by the minute, it seems.
It is beautiful and breezy right now. Gonna have Abigail Jinnick to bat.
She has one of the 2 runs scored for the Outlaws today.
And coming up, and a hard hitter for the Outlaws. Whew, can feel that breeze extremely nice.
It does feel
Tapping off all the dirt off of the cleats there as we wait for the finishing setup
It
there
is.
out in the field. Got some dancing out there in the field by the Hurricanes.
As we are ready for the
John
last half of inning number
Marquez,
4.
Josh Perry, rocking it in the field.
Play ball.
Last half of the 4th, 14-4.
Set. Ready. Ball.
And it's going to be a strike.
Set. Ready. Ball.
Solid hit, almost taking out the pitcher's legs. Coming up, Josh running for it, overdoes it, calls after it, but he does have the put out. 0, Josh Perry.
Thank you.
With that put out as he overshot a little bit and had to recorrect, scrambled back 1 or 2 crawls with the put out.
Abigail Junick, maybe not the fastest runner to the base, as it gave him enough time, but we've seen it countless times in this game, Rosina, that Josh, very good hustling back to get those balls, either hustling up on those short ground balls, and that time hustling once he missed the ball to get a put out. So defensive player of the game so far for the Hurricanes, and that's the first out.
This is going to be Roy Hutchins up to bat for the Outlaws with that put out in the field previously.
Bases, please. Thank you.
It's his first at bat of the day, I believe, for the Outlaws.
At least in this game.
Set. Ready. Ball.
And just underneath that pitch. Bat up behind, low on the shoulder.
Ball.
And clobbering it, drops straight down just past the pitcher, just barely rolling fair. Josh scrambling for that ball. And he is safe. Josh had it between his legs, but he did not have it up off the ground or away from his body. His hands were on it, he just did not have it up. So that will be safe and a run for Roy Hutchins.
And he was the one that was supposed to bat for Hunter Frederick last inning when Hunter Frederick batted out of order. And that's one of those situations, the difference between the last base run by Junick and him. Josh Perry was still there, still made the play, but Roy simply had the speed to beat it to the base with the hustle play, and it is now 14-5.
This is going to bring us back up to Hunter Frederick, this time batting in correct order with his pink socks, kind of lifting and tapping that back right leg as he awaits the field to finish setting.
He did score in that last plate appearance.
John Stark setting up a different, moving some defensive players there a little bit compared to Hunter's last hit.
We're set the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Play ball. Set. Ready. Ball.
And a narrow miss as he goes right over the top of that ball by about 2 inches high.
1 out in the inning, bottom 4.
Set. Ready. Ball.
Hard, solid hit, again, just inside the left base line. Going out, but past the base, so it will be fair. Josh trying to get it. He's going to be safe, putting Hunter Frederick back up.
Hunter Frederick 2 for 2 at the dish so far, and that makes it a 14-6 game. So, you know, they're trying, BCS, to peck away at this large deficit. Tyler Newhouse, he's 1 for 1, or 1 for 2, I apologize, but he has scored a run his last at bat. And now, again, that energy on the Outlaws sideline was still only 1 out, trying to get back in this.
I'm double checking on that, if it rolled outside the line before or after third base out there. See if that is going to maintain his safe run or if it went foul after the base.
Ooh, this would be a heartbreaker for the Outlaws. It's a run.
It is a run, so it did go past the base. That is what I thought, but since I'm looking at both of them from the same angle, I don't have the best judge.
And that's a good break for
Hunter.
BCS. Yeah, when you're down 14-5, you want any of the runs you can get. And he gets it, 14-6, still batting.
I got a fist bump here between Tyler Newhouse and Zane Jackson waiting up at home plate.
Ready, Perry, be ready. Set 3. Hey, watch my game. Set.
Out in the field is ready.
Thank you. Thank you. Play ball.
There's nobody in this field over here. Well, maybe we know.
Set. Ready. Ball.
And just missing that as the bat goes up over the top of the ball by about 2 inches.
There we go. Set. Ready. Ball.
And it's going to be a strike because he again slides over that ball.
2 strikes. Still can use that take of his.
Set, ready, ball.
And a hard hit over into left as Josh goes past it, but he has John, I believe that was John Marquez who stopped it with his feet, then flipped over to grab the ball and put it up. That is, yes, John Marquez backing up Josh Perry. And is limping a little bit with the feet. I'm sure that ball hit plenty hard. So it is going to be out by John Marquez.
Good communication there in the field. Josh Perry immediately called. I didn't hear what he said, but right away when that ball was hit, John Marquez heard the call, came and got that ball right before Tyler Newhouse reaches the base. And that's the second out for the Hurricanes. So you hear the energy from them as they're 1 out away from getting through this 4th.
And this is going to bring Emily DeGraff up as John Stark brings Josh Perry back up from the outfield closer on the left. And Jason Walters up a little bit more towards the right. Emily DeGraff at the plate. A couple little practice swings, working on pulling the bat back.
Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Play ball.
And there seems to be a big game going on in the other field. A lot of cheering. Whose house? Our house was what I was hearing.
Yeah, a nice connection there, but it is going to roll foul. So
So
she's
whatever's
halfway down, walking back.
That's strike 1 on Emily Graff, but whatever's happening on that other field definitely seems passionate. We have a lot of big games going on today.
It's just full, considering we have 4 games.
You gotta step the bag, bud.
Have our DeGraff ready back up at the plate.
Set, ready, ball.
And a pop-up that's going to go foul here.
Second strike.
St. Jackson rushes to grab the ball up out of the ground, toss it back to the pitcher, and run back to get Emily on home plate quickly.
Set, ready, ball.
And going right over the top of that ball by about 2 inches.
Set, ready, ball.
And connecting with it, but dropping straight down to the plate.
Still has that take.
Kind of caught her leg as she tossed it down, and she looks like she's all right.
Trying to put this in play. 0-3 the count.
Feeling all the corners of the plate there. As the wind picks up even more. You can hear the straps on the tent flapping the top.
Set, ready, ball.
And all over the... Gonna be out for Emily.
So that's the end of the inning. They get runs, 2 of them in that inning, by Frederick and Roy, that third batter, coming in.
Roy Hutchins.
Roy Hutchins, thank you. Roy Hutchins and Hunter Frederick with the 2 runs scored in the bottom half of inning number 4. And so we will go to that 5th inning, and it is Houston 14 and BCS 6. As this is the NBBA game of the day.
Matt Wallace and Rosina Foster here on this lovely weather day in Beaumont currently. I was quite unhappy with it this morning, but it's beautifully cool right now.
Got some
Outlaws taking the field.
Got some mist coming down here, or rain. I'm not sure. Is that mist or rain?
There's a little bit of mist and a few drops of rain.
But still, the game-breaking inning in this is that 9-run top half of the second inning to really turn the game on its axis. And the score is 14-6. So BCS has done okay since then. They held Houston scoreless in the 3rd inning. And they only allowed 2 runs in the 4th inning. And joking "Rain, Rain, Go Away" song. The players, and it is fun to see.
Josh is definitely very jovial over there. He's been singing all day, and yesterday is going to be Robert Selby up to bat for the Hurricanes.
So that's his first at bat that we've seen from him today.
This game,
Yeah, I keep saying today.
Yeah,
They've already had a game today against the Atlanta
earlier,
Chaos.
So I did see him play.
Yeah, we forget it's different with Beat Baseball. Guys playing multiple games a day, and for
Get as many of
these
those
guys.
games in as you can a day. The spotters still doing a few quick adjustments out on the field. All those cowboy hats out there running around.
As once again, we got a little rain shower here.
No lightning though as of yet. Continuing to play.
Definitely keep our fingers very much crossed for that, because that might mean a full day of playing on Saturday, Rosie.
I do not need that. This is going to be John Gonzalez pitching to Robert Sully. And a solid hit grounder over and left. Oh, went right between their legs, picking up. Oh, just went right past the second. But he's still out. He still has him out. And I think that is Roy Hutchins, but I'm not 100% sure.
Yep, I heard them saying there, good job, Roy. So
Yep,
I would assume that would be Roy Hutchins. And once again, sometimes you just don't have the most speed, Rosina, and maybe if Robert Selby's a little bit of a faster guy, that's a run for the Hurricanes. Unfortunately for him, Roy Hutchins had a chance to come back and make that play. Several chances to make that play.
17.
Way to not give up on it for him. And that's the first out of the game, of the inning, I apologize, for BCS defensively.
Yeah, Robert Selby coming back up to his bench as we have Josh Perry up to bat again, smacking those cleats with his bat as he sings his song.
Josh 2 for 4. He's talking about his destination again. Last time we saw him strike
like
out.
the life of his team there.
You always need that one personality. At least that one personality that just keeps the team loose and smiling, and especially in this heat, especially when you're playing games all week long.
Josh pivoting at the hips.
If that's the worst moment she ever has.
Top half of inning number 5, Houston 14, BCS 6.
Set, ready, ball.
Hard, solid hit. Is it going to stay fair? It's just inside the left baseline. It is, just past Emily DeGraff. Hillary Oswald scrambling for it, but that is going to be safe for Josh Perry. Hillary Oswald not quite there in time to back up Emily DeGraff.
Well, that time he did reach his destination with a bang as he slammed right into that base. 3 for 5. Good hitting day for Josh Perry, and a 15-6 lead now
And
for
I
Houston.
didn't see him slide into it. He just ran into it. So that was John Marquez up next at bat.
He's been one of the stronger hitters for the Hurricanes in this game, 3 out of 4.
There's a 2. No,
Yeah.
that's a shirt number, yeah.
So trying to be the first to join the 4-run club for
For
Houston.
the Hurricanes. The HH in the center of that swirly circle on their shirt to represent a hurricane.
And we don't know what this game is in placement of. It could be the 13th place game, the 11th place game, not sure. We'll hear later.
Thank you.
Base check.
Play ball.
Is that 2 there?
No, that's an 8.
Bat high up over the head in the red batting gloves. Leaning back toward the catcher and bat down over the shoulder.
Set, ready, ball.
And swinging just a touch late and missing that as it rolls up underneath the scorekeeper table.
Officially, these teams had their runs ended. BCS had their World Series chances put to a halt by the Chicago Comets yesterday. And this team, Houston, actually had a very close call against the Bayou City Heat. They only lost to them 12-9 yesterday.
Oh,
Ready
Set,
for the
ready,
pitch.
ball.
And swinging just slightly late, and the ball was a touch high.
Fix it.
Leaning his head up to look at the sky as he exhales.
Set, ready, ball.
And again, swinging just a touch late, and the ball was inside onto the grip.
So 3 strikes, no takes, 1 out, top 5.
Adjusting of the toes.
Ready? Set, ready, ball.
And swinging late, and that is going to be out for John Marquez.
Still 3 for 5, still a good day at the plate for a lot of these Hurricanes, including him. PJ Navarro, though, someone who might want a little bit of redemption, 1 for 4. The only guy in the starting lineup for the Hurricanes without 2 runs scored or more. So he's trying to get some redemption for himself personally. BCS trying to end the inning.
I'm so screwed up.
PJ is back up at the bat now, and the field is ready.
And he struck out.
John Gonzalez pitching.
Step off the middle bit.
Telling him to step back off. Taps home plate.
Set, ready, ball.
And hard hit.
And oh, by me right.
I stopped that with my foot
Rosina
there,
with the
Matt.
perfect stop on that one.
PJ up ready at the plate.
I feel
again.
as though I communicated in the outfield
Oh,
very
and
well.
PJ bringing the bat down
Got time for a minute, guys.
as a catcher was adjusting the plate. The bat caught him right on the top of the head. He says he's good.
And this is one of those things he said on the Houston side. You heard you gotta talk. When someone's totally blind, you can't just be running out there pell-mell without anyone knowing. So.
Set, ready, ball.
And pitch on the outside.
But going back to that play that you made just a second ago, I feel like my communication on the outfield was there, giving you a chance to make that play. So
Set, ready, ball.
Great assist, Matt.
3 strikes, 2 outs.
Wait on him.
Holding the bat up high above the head, bringing it back down.
Set, ready, ball.
And a near miss as he's out, the ball sliding about an inch and a half under the bat, bringing the Outlaws back
That
up
last
to
put
bat.
So
out was
that-
by number 2. Right?
Yeah, I believe that's the end of the inning. Actually, I think that there might be a.
They don't have number 2.
Yeah, they said it was 2 outs, and that second out, I think the Outlaws are heading in. Yep, I was
Oh,
thinking
here
it
that
was
was Roy Hutchins, I believe, 17, wasn't it?
No, off of the Hurricane.
Yeah,
off
for a
of
second there was
Outlaws.
confusing as to whether the inning was over,
I
or
don't
whether that
know,
was
but
2
they
outs.
told me
But
2, and you don't have 2.
the inning is over.
Yeah, they did. 2 is the Jason Walters over there.
Maybe
I know, but I need over here. I'm sorry. I need who did the put up.
17.
Thank you. They have one of those.
Roy Hunt, 17.
Okay. Well, 1 run was scored in that top half of the 5th inning by the Houston Hurricanes.
Thank you.
By Josh Perry. Otherwise, they really have done, the BCS Outlaws have done a much better job.
Then they started
I'm
off the
so
game,
messed up here
absolutely.
today that
As
I
we
Started
now-
off struggling with that 1
Get
run,
unmessed up
been
before we go
creeping
on.
up.
The problem is, though, that 9-run second, and I keep going back to it because we have a 9-run deficit right now, and that really does seem to be the inning, unless you really see a significant inning by the Outlaws. That might just be the undoing of BCS here in this game.
It could be, but they are starting off with Hillary Oswald up at bat, so maybe she can rejuvenate the team. She runs in place in her pink cleats just off of home plate. A little bit of catch game there between Zane Jackson and Jerry Howells, waiting. Hillary now coming up to the plate.
Yeah. But I have a question.
Hillary Oswald,
because when they were
1 for 2 in this game, trying to get.
Gotta watch this.
I'm sorry, 1 for 3. This is their 4th. This is the 4th time in the order through the order for the BCS
We'll do
Outlaws.
it afterwards, okay?
That base check is
I
good.
appreciate it.
Ready for the
Where'd that heat
pitch.
come from?
Set, ready, ball.
And a low pitch, just barely missing that bat.
Hillary's up. 3-1. Set, ready, ball.
Oh, and just barely scooping underneath that ball.
2 strikes, no outs. Bottom 5.
Watch it, be ready.
Hillary has a slight tear
Set,
in her
ready,
leggings.
ball.
Oh, popping up and straight back to the catcher, just narrowly missing that.
3 strikes. Not 3 outs, 3 strikes.
Yeah, definitely 3 strikes.
Although the double play rule did pass. I'll get to more of that in a second.
Set, ready, ball.
Strikeout.
And that is going to be out for Hillary Oswald.
But we saw a play in our game of the day yesterday by Mike Finn of the Austin Blackhawks where he caught the ball on a bounce. Officially now next year that will be 2 outs. That will be a double play. That rule did pass, so that's exciting.
Bringing up Abigail Juno.
That's 1 for 3 for her today. She scored back in that 1st inning.
Oh, somebody sent in a score sheet.
Last time put the ball in play.
We're setting the field. Bases, please.
And ready for Abigail. She's getting a base
Play
check.
ball.
Reggie Jackson, she was called there as she steps into the batter's box.
Ready, ball.
Famous
Hard
baseball
power
player.
hit popping up. It's going to be foul on the left base side. As Zane runs down there almost to the base to grab it.
Man, that sounded like a nice sound off the bat.
Camp, he's here. Do
John
we need
who?
balls? John
No,
who?
no, we're fine.
We're fine until you leave, I'm sure. Oh, I thought he said John Boggs.
Dell making her
That
way
was
back
Bob
up to
McIntyre's
the
son.
plate.
Oh. I don't know if he's here or not.
Resetting
Can't
up.
believe Barb's gone.
Toes feeling all the edges of the plate.
Abigail trying to cut into this lead.
Here it is.
1 strike, 1 out.
Set, ready, ball.
Another hard hit popping up just short into right field as Jason Walters runs to scramble for that ball, still after it. And safe, calling it safe
He fumbled it.
for Abigail. He almost had the ball in his hand. It was going to be out, but fumbled.
Yeah, just fumbled that. So that's the second time. She's 2 for 4 for Abigail. She got the nice barrel on that bat, both hits. But what was kind of funny, Rosina, about that is to both of her hits, she made the base by probably a combined 2/10 of a second. If you remember the run she scored back in the first inning, just got to the base in time there. In fact, they had to review that one. This one a little bit more clear cut because Jason Walters fumbled that ball. So 7th run on the board for BCS, 15-7 Houston.
This brings Roy Hutchins up for the Outlaws, who just had that last put out for them out in the field.
And he also has 1 for 1 at the plate. And this is a good time for BCS to maybe score some runs and get back into the game. This is a good part of their lineup.
And the ball a little on the outside and high.
You have Roy Hutchins, who scored in his last plate appearance. You had Hunter Frederick, who's 2 for 2. You have Tyler Newhouse, who has a run scored. So this is two strikes. This is the time that if they're going to get back into the game, if this is their chance to do it with 1 out.
Set, ready, ball.
And the ball just underneath by about 2 inches.
Still 3 strikes. Still can use that take.
Oh yeah, because he knows about stuff. He knows.
Set, ready, ball.
And the ball a little high. That's going to put him out for the Outlaws, bringing up Hunter Frederick.
Sounded like that cadence was literally 1/10 of a second slower, and sometimes that can slow you down just enough. Roy Hutchins with a big strikeout, and I talked about it after that 9-run inning. When you have that kind of deficit, unfortunately, strikeouts are always going to happen. Even of the best of pitchers, we saw Jared Woodard strike some guys out. But when you're facing that deficit, unfortunately, it just ticks down the outs quicker. And when you're trying to come from 15-7 down, you know, strikeouts are tough.
Thank you.
Getting that base check as Hunter points each hand toward the bases.
Set, ready, ball.
And a solid hit, almost taking out the pitcher. And they're going right in the center. Oh, just rolling past the second place one. PJ running. And no, he's going to be safe. They're just not getting that ball in time. That was a long way for both of them to come running from John Marquez and PJ. And it rolled past John as he slid for it. PJ tried to back him up. It's just too much of a distance to make up.
But telling John Marquez, don't forget to go down on that one. That's what they're telling him from his bench. So maybe next time he'll go down a little bit. But how about this kid Hunter Frederick in his first World Series? 3 for 3 in this game. The only time we saw him get put out today was when he didn't really actually bat because he was out of order. So that doesn't even really count.
Well, on the papers it counts.
But he's 3 for 3 when batting in order. And it's 15-8.
Tyler Newhouse.
Thank you. Let's play ball. Stay on your toes, defense.
1 for 3 for this kid. He's a good hitter.
Set, ready, ball.
And the ball's a little high and on the outside.
Here it is. Set, ready, ball.
And much closer, almost on the end of that bat, and that would have been a power.
2 outs in the inning.
I don't eat chips because they don't do me any good. If I eat some Fritos,
Just holding a little bit for that golf cart to get a little further away.
You all right, deep left?
15-8. Houston leading.
PJ hopping up and down. He is good.
Set, ready, ball.
And that's going to be another strike as he's trying to stay alive.
Still trying to potentially use that take if he wants.
Ready, ball.
Pop up, it's going to drop and come right back.
Yeah. Don't be
Back
throwing
come
that
plumb
bat.
back, almost to the tent here.
Probably slept.
Don't throw it.
I definitely was afraid for a second. It sounded like it was coming straight up for us. Just dropped right down. Still has that take available to him. 2 outs, bottom 5.
Back up over the shoulder and ready to go.
Set. Ready. Ball.
Solid hit, connecting, dropping right behind the pitcher, just past Josh's toes. John Marquez there with it, and the ball up. Nice assist, good proper. Josh turned his back, was totally telling John where he was. Easy. John Marquez.
Thank you.
So there's the putout, and there's the inning. That's 3 runs in, or 2 runs, I apologize, for BCS in that particular inning. One by Hunter Frederick, one by Abigail Junick. So they've been cutting into the lead ever so slightly, but unfortunately for them, they're now starting to run out of time. As you mentioned, that 12-1 score at one point going to the top of the second, or in the top of the second. Ever since then, it's a 15-8 game, and I guess that's sometimes really what a game comes down to.
And it might not be like they're as close as they might want to be, but it definitely is a huge improvement from where that first and second inning started at.
And that's why sometimes a game really does come down to, yes, you love when it comes down to the last inning, but sometimes it comes down to being ready to play right from the jump. And in that first inning and a half, Houston just barnstormed them up 12-1. And ever since then, BCS got 3 runs in the second. Or 1 run in the second. I apologize. They held Houston scoreless in the third. They got 2 in the third. Houston got 2 in the fourth. BCS answered that with 2 more in their half of the fourth. Houston only got 1 in the fifth. BCS got 2 in their half of the fifth. So ever since then, they've literally been either equal to or greater than what Houston has done. But that 9-run second after that 3-run first really set BCS back in this game. But we'll see if BCS can play their last inning of beat baseball strong. Over who? Philadelphia, 15-13. Sorry, little homer excitement there. I think Philadelphia might be beating the Thunder, or might have beaten the Thunder.
Leading, not
leading.
final score.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring Tim Pfeiffer up to bat.
But Philadelphia leading the Thunder 15-13.
So this Tim, the hole in his sock has gotten even larger. It's a big gap now.
Up here she comes.
Check it on the score kick. Are now on the edge. That's why.
Bases again for me, please. Bases, please. Thank you.
And that base check.
And I think Austin in the edge is going on, or final. I think
Kyle pitching to Tim as he does his little hop at the home plate.
Tim Cypers 2 for 5 in this game, but really set the tone. First batter of the game gave Houston a lead that they would not relinquish.
And I have a time calling out. Just waiting for the golf carts to finish. Got 1 behind us and 2 on the side. Again, that silence and that listening skill is everything in this game. It's all about hearing and being quick.
6th inning, last inning of this game of the day.
And a late swing as the ball is on the plate.
Turn it loose. Let's go.
I thought Navarro. Did Navarro strike out?
I don't know. Sorry. Wasn't paying attention.
You baby all the way. Ready, pitch.
And it's going to be right along the left baseline. And it's going to roll foul before third base.
2 strikes.
Tim having to come all the way back when he was 3/4 of the way down to first.
But I would love it from a personal perspective if Philadelphia was able to hang on and beat the Indy Thunder to really get that national respect. I think people do think highly of Philly this year, but I think they still maybe needed to prove that they can hang with the big boys, and I think beating the Thunder, message sent if they can hang on. Two strikes, no outs.
Definitely be nice for them after beating the Comets first thing this morning, and then to take the Thunder too. Definitely have them on a high momentum.
Yeah, Philadelphia's coming. They got some athletes. They got some people still interested in playing for them next year. So Philadelphia is definitely a growing beep baseball team. Last year finishing 15th place in the World Series. Not the case. Has 2 strikes, we're ready to go.
You didn't hit one. No.
Tim calling for a base check. Did not get it because he got it on the last one. Adjustment from the catcher, and then that last traditional hop. Moving forward to the plate.
Ready, pitch.
And the ball low across the plate. Strike.
Get it ready, Timmy.
Ready, pitch.
And the ball bouncing and dropping, but that will be fouls. That barely makes it to the pitcher. All-Star game. That was the game I was thinking of the name of earlier, Matt.
Oh yes, yes.
All-Star game.
Oh.
Still 3 strikes, can still take that pitch. 15-8 in favor of Houston.
Tim tapping the front edge of the plate to line up, and then a hop. Licking his fingers and wiping his mustache again.
Ready, pitch.
Oh, and taking a pass. He choked and then didn't swing.
He wanted to. 3-1.
Holding the bat in the left, swinging it back up to both hands on the right shoulder.
Ready, pitch.
And the ball going low on the inside. That is going to have an out on Tim Cyphers, bringing Jason Walters up to bat.
So we saw some good at-bats from Tim today. Petered out a little bit as the game went on, but those really good ground balls from him. Really soft ground, hard ground balls from him. Here's Jason Walters, 3 for 5 on his day. 1 out, top 6.
Jason patient at plate.
Thank you. Thank you.
Refilling the front edge of the home plate. Bringing the bat up, swinging it over to his shoulder.
Ready, pitch.
And the ball low, hitting on the ground, straight out in the center as Hillary Oswald runs early for it, down on, and she has him out. Hillary Oswald with another put out.
At least her 3rd that I've counted in this game, maybe even her 4th. Hillary Oswald has played a very good defensive game. That's 2 outs now, and BCS still continuing to hang in there defensively after that 2nd inning.
Emily DeGraff commenting and talking, communicating. Hillary right behind her to pick that up.
Oh, that I got. That I'm okay
Jason
on.
finishes his day 3 for 6.
Yeah, I've got that down.
This is Robert Selby coming up.
Bottom of the 5th.
Top 6.
Robert Selby 0 for 1.
Robert Selby with going back to John Gonzalez pitcher.
So that was top of the 6th.
There's a lot of Johns in here. John Marquez player, John Gonzalez pitcher,
1, 2, 3.
Jonathan Velazquez catcher. A lot of Johns. Richie Flores is talking about having a team all of Richies. It'd be interesting to have a team full of Johns.
Definitely be very interested to have a team full of Richie Flores personalities. That would be fun. I'd go to that party.
Set, ready, ball.
And a solid thunk on the ground into right field, just at the first, and he has it out. That is going to be out. An easy out. Just going to confirm who that is.
Is it Newhouse? I think that was Tyler
Put
Newhouse.
out. Put out by who?
I think that was Tyler Newhouse, number 16, I believe.
Thank you.
Yep, Tyler.
15-8.
I have never. What number was it? Had a.
And BCS
16.
It was
once again.
Tyler Newhouse. Okay, it was Tyler Newhouse with the put out.
So Tyler Newhouse makes the put out. Robert Selby just couldn't get down the line fast enough. There's 2 at bats, both hard hits, but maybe not the fastest to the base. But how about those BCS out? And the Philadelphia Fire have defeated the Indy Thunder 15-13.
Cassie just called me. I was like, I get the Philly score, huh?
So we have the Hurricanes out taking the field.
They said G was
The Philadelphia Fire have snapped the run of 5 consecutive championships.
The desk up there. I need a volunteer on field 9.
And
quickly for first base.
Great run by the Thunder. We need to acknowledge it on the air.
Hey, wait a minute.
Third base.
Yes.
I can go.
I got.
What a
go ahead
run!
and go, bud.
I'll wait.
Go ahead and go. I got one.
Oh, I'm gonna leave my bag here. You leave my bag
I didn't want to tell you.
Have the Outlaws
Sorry,
getting
yep.
ready for
Thank
their
you.
wind up to get set up to bat as the Hurricanes take the field.
But sorry, Kemp was right near the mic. I wanted to acknowledge real quick the 5-year run. I mean, you know, I can't imagine how hard it is to win a championship in a row, let alone 2 championships in a row, let alone
5.
a half decade of just consecutive championships and just great standards for a beat baseball team. So great run, but there will be a new champion in 2022.
I got it. We got it.
Should be Emily DeGraff up to bat.
I like Mathena too, but
No.
Coming up to home
Camp.
plate, led in by Zhang.
Three more outs to get. It's 15-8. And BCS, again, going back to what we were talking about, since that second inning, they've allowed 3 runs in the last 3 innings. The last 4 innings, I'm sorry, because Houston hit in their 6th inning already. So the 3rd through the 6th, BCS has only allowed 3 defensive runs. So we asked each other when it was 12-1, what kind of motivation does BCS have left? Apparently they have it, and apparently they're playing with it, because they have not whatsoever quit on this beat baseball game.
Absolutely not. It still is a possibility in this game up here. As we have a scorekeeper's little mini meeting going on behind us, telling the outfield to turn around, sit, take a rest. Good breeze coming through a little bit. I do see Brandon Chesser out on the field across from us, mainly because of his flag out there at the Tyler Tiger tent. Probably conversing with some out there, but yeah, definitely is a horrid shame on that. Put him out for so long and not knowing exactly what he's even going to be able to do until he can get back home. Swelling's down. And to get a better idea of what's going on in that leg of his.
And so dedicated to the game of beat baseball, and such a good player on this Austin Blackhawks team. Almost, you would argue, an irreplaceable beat baseball player. He was 4 for 5 in the game against the Thunder before his injury. And just a great run by Austin to make it. We don't know anything about the game against the Edge. I assume, you know, since we've only heard about Fire over Thunder, I assume it's not an upset. I assume the Edge probably won the game. And man, you have to wonder what kind of game Austin would have had against the Edge. We don't know a final score, but Brandon Chester's such a major part of that team.
Absolutely. We
Field
do have
9 needs a medic on the Hurricane side.
Oh, there's a medic needed for the Houston Hurricanes.
That is the catcher still having issues with that, getting hit on the head. He was leaned over the plate and got tapped on the head with a bat. Definitely.
But we're ready to go
Copy
here.
that.
Bases, please. Thank you.
And a base check.
Play ball.
And ready for Emily DeGraff at the plate.
Set, ready, ball.
And the ball low underneath the swing by about 3 inches.
Set, ready, ball.
And making a connection, staying just inside the left base line, barely rolling fair. And there's Josh Perry to scoop that up with the hustle that he had.
Josh Perry's been the short machine. I count at least 5 putouts for him in this game. He's been the machine up there short. He can go get him. Once again, just beats Emily DeGraff.
0.
Faster to the ball than she was to the base.
Well, and they're not answering. If they would just say,
Yeah, just say I want to.
And so
Hillary
1 out.
Oswald up to bat.
Hillary Oswald 2 for 4.
Pink.
Okay, thank you.
Standing tall and proud at
Wait a
home
minute.
plate.
We're looking for medic. Hold on.
Bases, please. Thank you.
So 1 out,
Play ball.
bottom 6.
And ready for that pitch.
Set, ready, ball.
And high up over the bat by about 3 inches.
Set, ready, ball.
And ball low under the bat.
So 2 strikes, still 1 out, still can take that pitch.
Set, ready, ball.
And
Hey, foul ball.
barely making a connection on that as it ticks back to the catcher.
Set, ready, ball.
And ball over the bat, and that is going to have Hillary Oswald out. As you can see the anger, she jerks her blindfold down off of her face. Frustration, wanting those runs.
Abigail Junick 2 for 4, trying to keep hope alive. I believe Hillary completes her day at 1 for 5. It's
Tapping
going to
those
be
cleats.
quite the run for the BCS Outlaws if they're to get back in this game.
We're setting the field. Bases, please. Thank you. Thank you. Let's play ball.
And bat back up. Remember, she is a power hitter. And the ball high up over the bat.
That's about to go.
15-8 Houston over BCS, bottom 6, 2 outs. BCS trying to get something started.
Ready, ball.
And a solid hit's going to be foul as it rolls up just on the outside of third base.
Wake up! Oh, okay. So.
Ball back up toward the pitcher's area. Bringing Abigail Junick back to the plate. I'm waiting for the cart to move away. It's medic to take care of that catcher who got hit in the head.
2 strikes, 2 outs. Rosina Foster, Matt Wallace, game of the day.
Set, ready, ball.
And ball a little low and on the inside. Stretching that bat straight up over her head with both hands.
3 strikes. Down to their last strike.
Bat up over and ready.
Set, ready, ball.
And that is going to be out for Abigail Junick and the BCS Outlaws. 15-8 game for the Hurricanes.
Game over, 1-2-3 inning there. A couple of strikeouts to end the game after a nice put up by Josh Perry to start that bottom of the 6th. And a solid shutout for the Hurricanes in the bottom of the 6th inning to make sure that BCS didn't get any life. Really the key to this game, Rosina, was simply the start. The Hurricanes started fast, BCS did not. After that, the game was played at a relatively even clip. I don't think even 15-8 is necessarily indicative of how close most of the game was played, but Houston, that 9-run second inning remains really the game-breaking moment, game-breaking inning of that game, and one that the Outlaws can never quite recover from. At one point,
They
Houston went off
attempted, they were
6.
close, just not quite doing it.
At one point, all 6 of their guys, 1 through 6, scored in succession without an out being recorded. So a good game for the Hurricanes. We're not sure what that means for their placing, but they do defeat the BCS Outlaws. And we definitely encourage you to tune in at 5 o'clock. Rosina Foster and I will be back on the air for the 3rd place game.
Good
We
job.
have all the
Thank you very much.
congratulatories out here as the Hurricanes and Outlaws. Good game for each other, good teamwork, good camaraderie. As they're finishing up with their handshakes.
I think.
We appreciate you.
And they're all
Everybody
umpires.
heading back to their own bench there.
Yes, he was.
And a good run by
Blistering
BCS.
hot.
And then he let
They
that
did a
ball
good
go
job. They
foul.
just
He didn't know if it
couldn't
was foul or
quite
not
get
'cause he
it
wasn't
done.
looking.
They stuck in there. Very good potential, especially through that rain. A lot of issues, some injuries on both sides.
And BCS with their big win in the World Series over Gateway, they definitely acquitted themselves well, and we look forward to seeing guys like Tyler Newhouse Hunter Frederick with 3 runs scored in that game for them.
But we're through here.
Definitely a good
Thank you.
show on the Hurricanes. They lost that
Appreciate
first
your
one
help.
earlier to the Chaos, and now beating
Oh, the food's
the
on the way.
Outlaws. So
Oh, okay,
wonderful
okay.
game on both sides, especially sustaining through all those injuries. It's definitely a hard thing to work through.
Yep, especially as we get into Friday, into these big games here, 15-8. Again, thank you for all those tuning into this NBBA live stream game of the day. Houston.